Welcome back, Mustang Nation, to another exciting matchup of Plum football. It's me, Garrett Susko, and I'm joined by Evan Smith, Zach Barat, Nick Nardo, Nick Flinko, Jake Bell, and the man, the myth, the legend, Mr. Barat. Tonight, the Purple and Gold will take on the Weir Red Riders. The Red Riders are the team that replaced last year's Albert Gallatin, coming all the way from West Virginia led by head coach Tom Filberto. Weir is 3-2 on the season after a swift 40-6 victory against Petersburg. A Red Rider you should definitely look out for today is wide receiver slash cornerback Elijah Gillette. With 297 yards and 3 touchdowns so far, he will surely be a major factor in this game. On the other side of the field, we have your Plum Mustangs with a 2-4 record, returning from a loss to one of the top-ranked teams in the state, Penn Trafford. Keep your eye on number 9, Logan Brooks, who's becoming an absolute beast lately, having 178 receiving yards and 4 touchdowns this year. Pairing him up with 2 other amazing receivers like number 8, Nick Sluka, and number 7, Max Matolsi, is guaranteed to create problems for any defense. This being Plum High School's homecoming game, I bet you that these 2 teams are ready to dance. What are your thoughts, Mr. Barat?
Well, guys, coming off last week's game against Penn Trafford, even though Plum was mercy ruled, I think Plum hung in there, and if it wasn't for a few key penalties during the game, like the fumble recovery on the Penn Trafford 1-yard line, I think that game could have went drastically different. But, I mean, Plum's still coming out on the short end. So now Plum gets this team, and we don't know a lot about them from Weir. We know a couple of their players watching film on Huddle. I believe, as you guys have the roster in front of you, number 1, Braden Kohler and Akil Washington told us Sebastian Spencer seems to be one of their main guys and stuff. So they'll look to run the ball. What little we saw on film. And if Zach right now, he has a shot of their sideline, they have just over 30 on their roster. So, I mean, size obviously can be a little bit deceiving. You know, Clareton always had a small squad, but they've won 50, 60 games in a row. But just from what little we saw, they don't pass the ball a lot. They run the ball a lot. And, you know, Plum's looking to get off, come back from the loss last week against the Warriors, especially and not overlook this team because next week's the big game against the Latrobe Wildcats. Winners in the playoffs, losers probably out. So they want to be very vanilla with their game plan. You don't want to show trick plays and pull out your entire playbook to beat this team because then Latrobe's going to see all that. So it's kind of like a catch-22. You don't want to show everything, but you want to show a little bit, but you still got to win the game and be dominant. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's an interesting matchup because looking at Weirton's schedule last week, they won 40-6, but the week before that, they got shut out 48-0.
Yeah, so you don't know, again, because we don't know those opponents, Evan. Like, we don't know, like, we know Penn Trafford, Gateway, McKeesport. We know the Upper St. Clair's, the Mount Lebanon. So, Jake, how about you? Anything to add here before kickoff?
Not much. I think it's going to be an exciting game. You know, these 2 teams are from different states, and
Sure.
West Virginia traveled a while from here, so I think both are going to be ready to compete here.
No, I agree. And, I mean, they have some good size. Zach's getting ready to film. He has on the kickoff line here for the Red Riders.
Squibbed it. Picked up at the 35 and called fair.
So, I mean, again, to try to draw conclusions just on that first play, can they not kick it off far? Because we've seen every kicker this year so far boot it in the end zone. Or have they watched so much film on us, hey, we got to keep it away from the Reed Martins, and you got to keep it out of the hands of Logan Brooks because they're going to take off and go,
Yeah. I definitely think that could be what they're trying here.
So Miller's going to start in the backfield. Starts 30-yard line. Goes to pass. But it's going to be way out of bounds.
Intended receiver was Brooks there.
Yeah, Logan, Logan Brooks looks like he was double covered. So, and that ball was way out of bounds. So, probably a good pass to throw it out of bounds.
So it's going to make it 2nd and 10 now.
We'll see if Plum here, guys, tries to establish the run game now, or they're going to just keep that ball in Miller's hands and let him dictate the offense.
Looks as though they're going to run this play. False start, though, on Weirton. Unless they got the Mustangs there first.
Yeah, I see Plum dropping back, Evan.
They're going.
It's going to be a false start here. So Plum not starting off too well here.
And yep, it's going to be marked down on Plum. So they'll move from the back straight to the 30-yard line.
I think we have more cheerleaders on alumni night than we do football players.
Yep, I was told
There
earlier
is
there's
a
supposed to
ton.
be 110 cheerleaders,
That's
including
insane.
the alumni. Quick handoff to Guzzi. He's going to get back to the line.
Yeah, Evan, I don't even know if he got back to the line, to be honest with you. I think he's short of the 30. I think
Yeah, they're going to mark him down at like the 29. Yep.
Yeah, so it's going to be 3rd and a ton here, 3rd and 16 for the Mustangs.
Yeah, I didn't mind that play call there. Like, it was 2nd and long. You might want to get something going, but it looked like the West Virginia team was all over it.
Yes, not a lot of plays, Jake, for 3rd and 16 at the high school level here. Not a lot in the playbook.
Well, Miller's going to drop back to pass on this one. 4 receivers going out. Quick dumps it to Reed. He's not going to be able to get to it.
Boy, and Reed was open there too. Don't know if he would have got the first, but he would have. I mean, he would have caught the ball around the 39 or 40. Would have picked up 10. It would have been interesting if he would have turned and ran with the ball to see where he was going. But
Now he's back at the punt though.
so Reed is going to punt on a brisk night here in Plum, high in the low 50s.
It's going to get back to around the 31.
Oh.
Logan Brooks bringing down Sebastian Spencer there.
Yeah, right off the bat. I mean, good play by Sebastian Spencer to field the punt so it didn't roll another 10, 15 yards, but he took a licking, and we know he'll keep on ticking as he'll come out here, and we'll see if they develop that offense and run it through him as we expect.
Yeah, Sebastian Spencer, he's been lining up as their QB this season. He has more rushing yards than he does passing yards per game.
And he does line up in that typical, we see this a lot in college and now even the pro game, that wildcat, that deep shotgun formation. Some people call it a pistol.
He's going to drop back, quick pass, but knocked down.
Yeah, I think that was deflected on the line, guys.
Intended for number 9, Brody McHumer.
Yeah, something I want to say about 2 plays ago is that Plum Mustangs special teams have played really well all this year.
Yes, they have.
Yeah, especially last week when we hit a huge field goal against the Warriors, courtesy of Reed Martin.
47-yarder, as we verified, that was a Warrior Stadium record.
Pat McAfee-esque back in
Yes.
Plum High School. Quick handoff now. It's not going anywhere on that loss of yards.
Yeah, this third drive's kind of starting off like ours. Incomplete pass on first down, loss of 1 or 2 on second down, but we had the penalty, so so far the game's mirroring itself here. 3rd and long, 3rd and 11 for the Riders, the Red Riders of Weir.
That was Akil Washington on that tackle.
Jordan Majors back at school, but not in uniform tonight.
And Spencer's going to run with it. He's going to gain about 7 yards there.
Yeah, it looks like he's out, Evan, maybe around the 30.
Looks like he got to about the 32.
31. So, I mean, well short, obviously.
Yep.
So,
Nonetheless, it's 4th down.
and now it will be interesting if they've watched a lot of film, if they just crank it to Reed, or will he if the punter will direct the kick out of bounds. We'll find out here real soon.
My player of the game player of the Red Riders is back to punt for Weir.
High snap.
snap.
It's going to go short.
Yeah,
It's still going to bounce to Martin.
boy, he caught it.
He's
going
to jump over one man.
That was
Smart
almost
play. I mean, if Reed would have waited for that ball back at the 35, guys, I mean, he would have caught the ball, and that would have been, I mean, they would have swarmed him. And he came flying up to catch that. And because of that, that ball's up now at the 47. So, I mean, smart play by Reed Martin. Picked up an extra at least 12 yards just because he was smart on the play. So,
And if he would have landed that jump, there's reason to think he could have gone all the way off
sure,
of that. There
I
wasn't
agree.
much defense back there.
No, there was not.
So Miller's going to drop back to pass again. Quick to Brooks. He's not going to be able to get it, though.
Yeah, a little high there by Miller. So be interesting here to see what Coach Morgan and the offensive staff calls here because we know on second down last series it was a -2 yards for Billy Guzzi. So I think Plum wants to try to get something moving here. Just joining us real early in the game because of the incomplete passes. 10:05 left in the first quarter. Mustangs, Red Riders from West Virginia, 0-0.
Lined up seemingly to run again on second down. And they will give it off to
fullback.
Preston Sunday there on the carry.
We saw that, Garrett, you and Nick Nardo and I, we saw that. He seems to be hurt there, Preston Sunday. We saw that in the North Hill scrimmage in the middle of August.
Sunday after the gain of 9 yards.
And he seems to be squirming on the field. And our former principal and assistant principal, John Ratesic, always would say, if the player is not moving on the field, it's typically a bad sign. If the player is squirming, that means he's fighting the pain and fighting the injury. And Preston Sunday now, he went down, he was squirming. I don't know if something was jammed or...
He has missed a lot of time for injuries in his first 2 seasons, though. So still reason to be concerned.
Yes.
They're going to mark him down after about a 6-yard gain, so when we get back, it'll be 3rd and 4 on the 40 on the Mustang. Sorry, on Weirton's 46.
Yeah, it's one of those that we see that, and we see that all the time. I saw it last night. We got back from the boys' soccer game against Connellsville. You know, Gerald Everett caught that pass in the Seattle Seahawks Los Angeles Rams game, and he got down and he actually stretched and his knees didn't touch, and he got in the end zone, but they moved him back, and then. You know, the 2-point conversion, it looked like Goff stretched the ball over the end zone, but on instant replay, his knees were down, and he was like a half-yard short. I think on that play there, guys, Preston Sunday, it looked like he was up a yard short, but I guess, obviously, you know, the window, the referees, the players are in front of us. Apparently his knees were down, as you said, Evan, on the 46, and the longer this is taken, guys, not a good sign now as the paramedics have come out onto the field here. You wonder now if the paramedics are coming out and there is a delay. You kind of wonder now if this is with the Plum players now taking the knee and also the Weir players taking a knee. Not a good sign here for Preston Sunday. Something might be strained, sprained, broken. Not a good sign. But last night at the soccer game, to switch a topic here a little bit, the Mustangs with a 3-0 victory over the Connellsville Falcons, who the Connellsville is the 3rd or 4th place team in the section along with Woodland Hills. So Plum now still tied with still 1 win ahead of the Norwin Knights, who we beat last Tuesday. And if Plum wins one of their last 2 against the Hempfield Spartans or the Penn Hills Indians, and both teams Plum almost scored double digits in goals, it looks like Plum should win the section title in soccer, which hasn't happened in a couple years. And the boys were ranked 2, and also girls soccer ranked 2 in their respective classifications. Goes up to 4A for girls sports, and the Plum girls are in 3A. In the boys are in 5As. There's one section for 6A, and all in all, the number 1 team was Seneca Valley on the boys' side, and they tied and lost this week, and Plum came away with 2 wins. So I would assume that Plum would be the number 1 team in the WIPIAL, and the girls should be still the number 2 team in the WIPIAL. So that is really encouraging for both soccer programs. And then tomorrow, Evan, word of the cross country. You guys is it Grove City tomorrow?
Yes, the team competes at the Grove City Invitational tomorrow, the morning of homecoming.
And how's that course?
That's the flattest course that we will run all year. So
when you say farther, you mean to travel to, or physically the longest course you will run?
Well, it's the farthest to get to, but I meant to say it's the flattest course that we'll run.
Okay, flattest. Okay.
So all the teams are expecting to run extremely fast tomorrow.
And a little bit different when you were telling me when you guys were in Hershey 2 weeks ago, where, what, 300 runners started off at the same time?
Yeah, they had 6 separate races, all of them having at least 300 runners starting on the line.
Yeah, and that course is obviously state championships there, et cetera, et cetera. That course is obviously well known. And then the hardest course I learned, because Zach does he does soccer and has been doing a little bit of cross country, the Gateway course, which is over in Boyce Park. When I arrived there, everyone's like, "Oh, this is the worst course, the hills." I'm like, "Really?" And say, "Yes, the hills." So talk a little bit about that, the Gateway course.
Yeah, so Gateway for the last few years has been the hardest course, and every year they decide to make it that much harder. They seem to find another place to put a massive hill that you just have to basically crawl your way up. I'm pretty sure they found a way to have more hills than they have in Boyce Park, but
Now, Zach and Tommy are working the camera, and they're laughing. Is that true, guys? Yeah, they're saying yes, that is true. So.
yep, last year was bad enough, and then this year they found another one to add on to it. Don't know how they managed to get that to work, but
Now, do they,
there it was.
now, I'm new to cross country, and obviously people listening and watching the broadcast, they probably might not know a lot about cross country. You say they added a hill. Did they increase the length, or are they allowed to increase the length of the course, or do they have to keep the length relatively the same, but they just change the pattern?
The course has to stay around like a 5-kilometer race.
That's what
as
I
close
thought.
as you
That's
can
what I
get.
thought.
They just find a way to mix match the course so that more of the course is straight uphill.
Yes.
We see Preston Sunday walking off the court or off the field now.
Yes, with 9:56 left in the first quarter. Really good sign as Zach zooms in a little bit here on Preston Sunday. Really good sign that nothing, he could still be hurt. I don't know. Obviously, in the NFL terms, they would say questionable to return. I would assume doubtful if they had paramedics on the field. Matt Morgan was on the field. So we'll try to get an update. I'll have to go down on the field in the middle of the with 5 minutes to go in the second quarter to get ready with the homecoming festivities. But it looks like Preston Sunday.
He's got his arm.
Yeah, he's in good spirits. Oh, it is his arm. I thought it was his leg. Yeah, it's in some sort of Ryan from East Suburban Sports Medicine's there. Matt Gatesman was out on the field. Also, Angelo Tardio's here. It seems it's like almost in that, I don't want to say air cast, like an air brace, so to speak. So, but let's get back to live action here. 3rd and 4 for the Mustangs. This could be a run-pass option, guys.
They're going to go for another pass here. Miller fakes the first pass, gets it out, caught by
Max.
and he's going to be
Nope,
taken
not Max.
That's
close to the first down, but I think they're going to mark him just short.
I agree, Evan. And you know what's weird, Evan? You and I, because I'm standing behind you, we are dead in line.
Yeah.
I mean, you and I are right at the 44, and they had to get to the 43, and they called it a first down. So
All right.
we'll take it. I didn't think it was a first, Jake. What were you thinking?
I think it was close. I think he may have.
I think he initially, when he caught it, he had it, but then he rolled back. He rolled backwards. So
2 back for the Mustangs now. They're going to hand it off. And he's going to
goes Billy.
He's going to
Flag
break
out.
a man.
be a hold.
He's got room to run.
Another
and take him
flag.
down around the 21.
I think we might have on that play maybe 2 holds
Yeah, I believe so.
on
yeah.
the Mustangs.
Yeah, it looked like as soon as one of the defenders was taken down, there was a flag getting called.
So now just waiting on the call from the refs here. And that play is coming right back.
Yes, it is.
Yeah. Can't have penalties like that. That's killer for an offense.
That's going to be a 10-yard penalty. They're going all the way back to the 45 now. 47.
Well, even though it was called back, it's very encouraging to see the running game to start going because maybe they can utilize it again here.
Jake, I like your positive outlook here. I'm glad you're here to give us that.
Yeah, Billy showing
Because you're
some
totally right.
explosiveness. Martin's in motion now. And he's going to fake the run. Tries to get to
Oh.
Max, but it's tipped around the 50.
That's going to bring us to 2nd and 20.
So on 2nd and 20, they're going to drop back into pistol formation. 3 out wide. Martin in motion now.
Hands it off to Reed. Oh, nope. He's going to take it.
Keep himself. He's going to get maybe 1 yard gain on that.
I don't understand that play calling there. I mean, had he got a first down, I'm sure we'd be saying otherwise, but
That is similar to the play a few weeks ago where he got the 95-yard run off of it.
yeah.
So it's going to be 3rd and 19 now. And there's going to be a flag on the play.
Looks like false start.
And it's going to be on the Mustangs, so move it back. It's going to make it 3rd and 24. Freezes the clock again at 8:12. So far, the Mustangs passing a lot more than they seem to usually do to start this game.
Yeah, that's what I've noticed too.
I guess they figure in a game like this, I know the Mustangs are confident they can beat Weir, so maybe try to change things up, see what they got. I wouldn't be shocked to see Ryan Huebner come in for a few shots. And it's going to be a quick dump pass to Gussie.
Looks like it was a design screen. It looked like nothing was there.
Yeah, he's not going to get far, so that's going to bring 4th down. So it's most likely going to punt here, unless they think Martin can make a 75-yard field goal.
That would be a spectacle.
And there's no saying he couldn't.
Wasn't one attempted by Sebastian Janikowski like a long time ago?
Oh, yeah, that's when they had Lane Kiffin on the Raiders.
Yeah, the record.
One of the coaches.
NFL record's 63, right?
And he was fired, I
Yeah.
believe, because of that.
So it's going to be marked down at the 21-yard line as Ryan Huebner is there to stop it.
Yeah, I believe Matt Prater got the 63-yarder, but I think he played with Denver at the time, so he kind of has the advantage.
Yeah. Although Plum has a history of good kickers. Last year, unfortunately, he's not on the team anymore, but Josh Cummings was kicking it from almost 50 yards a lot. This year we got Reed, and who can forget Pat McAfee? Everyone's favorite kicker turned comedian.
Yeah, I believe Pat McAfee, he played with West Virginia at the time Pitt upset them whenever they were ranked, I believe, number 2.
Quick screen. But it's not going to get them far. Maybe gain a 1. Second and 9 now. Red Riders on the 22-yard line.
Spencer hands off, and he's going to get brought down by Kill Washington, another tackler.
Looks like Plum's kind of expecting what this West Virginia team's doing because they're a very run-heavy offense.
Two similar teams based on the early strategy so far.
Oh, and Spencer's under pressure right now. He's going to launch it.
He's got a man open,
Oh,
and he's going to catch it there at the 49,
wow.
falling to the ground.
That was Russell Wilson-esque.
Beautiful play by Anthony DeMatteis.
Great job by the quarterback to get it down there under pressure like that, running around, and a great ability by the receiver to get open like that and make a big play.
Yeah, the pass rush did its job there. It's just the quarterback was being so agile there, getting away from the pressure and found a wide open guy and connected with him.
So it's going to be 1st and 10 on the 49 after that beautiful play. Interesting formation there
Hands
as
off
they
to
hand it off to number 4.
That's Jamari Base.
Brought down by Max Matulsi.
There's 5 minutes left here in the first quarter.
Still no score if you're just joining us. Second 8 following that, he's dropped past the pass, dropped back to it.
Oh,
he's gonna run with it.
Reed's gonna bring him down by his leg.
At
Looked like
about
a
the
one-arm
36.
tackle. But they're driving now. They're gaining momentum. That's very dangerous for the defense.
Hands off to number 4 now again. Then base is going to be brought down to a gain of about 3. Gain of 1 on that last play. Once again lined up pistol formation. And number 1's going to try to run with it again. Gets another short gain.
Looks like another option play. We've been seeing a lot of these lately. The Red Riders are set with 1 man in the backfield. Number 1 rolls
Rolling
out
out,
to
right? He's
just
going to
gonna
run with it
take
after
it.
a while.
Looks like he's gonna get the first. I believe he got his foot in.
Just can't tell if he stayed in bounds there. We're now joined by Tommy Marzino, the rookie.
Oh, the rook.
Thank you.
Tommy, what are your thoughts on this game so far?
Oh, well, I think they've had a lot of, White has a lot of short gains. That's been producing good so far. If they're at the, what are they at, the 28? But Mustangs, they've had a pretty good game so far.
Hands it off up the middle, but he's going to almost be jammed. Gets out of it, but doesn't gain much.
Yeah, Jabari Base had nowhere to go in that one.
I'd like to say the Red Riders are in field goal range, but with all the squib kicks they've been doing, I'm not sure what kind of leg the kicker has. So I guess we may see soon.
I don't know if they're doing squib kicks because they don't want to give it to Logan Brooks or Reed Martin, or they just do it because they can't kick.
Yeah.
Designed run there for Spencer. He's going to get maybe 3 yards. Snaps off, hands it off to number 4 again. He's got some room to run there, and he's going to get at least close to the first down there.
Taken down about the 17 or 18 yard line.
And they're going to give them the first down. Are they?
Oh,
Is that?
Jamari Base is down right now.
Yeah, he got hit pretty hard coming on the end of that play.
Yeah, I'm not sure if he can get up, so they're having a couple people come over.
And it looks like he's holding his arm similar to how Preston was earlier in this game.
This is a second injury in the first quarter.
That's going to freeze the clock at 1:28 left in this first quarter. They are going to give them the first down, though. So for Weir, the only other running back listed on their roster is senior Drew Curtis. So it'll be interesting to see if we just see him more of him or if Spencer just takes it himself.
It looks like he's their inside linebacker, too.
Also, Logan Walters is listed as a running back.
What is the Red Riders' record this year?
3-2 out in West Virginia.
Looks like he is being escorted off the field by the trainer and one of the coaches. Looks to be, his arm looks to be moving fine.
Yep. So for the Riders, we'll take over on the 17, 1st and 10.
So 2 running backs have been injured this game so far with arm injuries. I guess it's just a hard-hitting night for both teams. But it's good to see the player going off the field on his own power.
Yes.
So Spencer's going to try to roll with it, right? Quick
And-
pass, got a man in
and-
the end zone, touchdown Riders.
That's Elijah Gillette, my Weir Riders player to look for. And he's not fell short of my expectations so far. That's going to put the Riders up 6-0 here with 1 minute and 12 seconds left in the first quarter, if you're just joining us.
Extra
Also on
point
that play, it was
pending.
Drew Curtis, lined up as running back, 6'2", 195 pounds. Number 14, Gage Riders up to kick.
PAT is up and
It's
no
good.
good.
Oh, no good. Sorry, just short.
It looks like Plum may have got a hand on it
I think
just
they
the way
got.
the
I think they
ball's
tipped
thrown.
it. They've been getting closer and closer each game. They've tipped many in the last game.
So let's see. Are the Riders gonna squib it again, or let number 14 show off his leg?
Yeah, it looks like on that pass touchdown, even though it seemed like he was wide open, that was still a real hard play to defend because the wide receiver had to use all his concentration there. So it was still a real nice catch and a real nice play. There's nothing Plum can really do about that.
So Plum lets up the first score with 1:12 left in the first quarter. Brooks and Martin are back. Let's see if they can give it to him this time.
It just works so much better than shuttle. That's what I thought you said the first time. Honestly, I thought you said square.
Both Plum and the Red Riders special teams are out, getting ready for this kick, and it's another squib.
Oh,
be
bounced off the
bounced the
knee.
And it looks like the Red Riders got that
Yes.
ball.
Oh,
So there's one advantage of doing the squib kicks is they now get the ball on the Mustangs' 35-yard line.
seemed to question their strategy at first, but it pays off for them in the end.
Yes.
And I guess we're going to stop talking about that now.
I guess so.
Yeah, squib kicks have this like weird spin as soon as they get kicked where it kind of makes it hard for anybody to really grab onto it, and it kind of bounced off of them.
It bounced off, I think that was number 7, Max Matolsi's knee.
Curtis goes for the run there. Just powers his way to 7 yards.
Looks like it's 2nd and 2. Going to the next play.
Second and 2 on about your Plum Mustangs 27-yard line. Oh, and he's sacked by number 7, Max Matulsi.
Oh, his
Oh,
helmet
hits him hard.
pops
The
off
helmet
too,
pops
and it's
right
still
off.
rolling. It's still going to the 50-yard line. Must
know-
have been hit really hard.
I know this is in the NFL, but does he have to get taken off just because his helmet got taken off?
Looks like he's going towards the sideline.
Yeah, I think that's what they do. I think they do that in college, don't they?
Yeah, the rules,
Yeah.
if you helmet comes off, regardless of how, you have to sit out for 1 play.
Yes.
I
And it looks
remember-
like he is walking to the sidelines right now.
He does not look happy about
Nope.
it.
I wouldn't be. I remember 2 years ago in a Seahawks-Bills game, I believe the Seahawks intentionally tried to take off that helmet of the Bills kicker so he'd have to come off for 1 play. It was at the end of the game, and the Bills missed a field goal because they had to bring in their punter instead.
And it's going to be a end of the first quarter, not a timeout.
Well, regardless of the helmet coming off, that was a great play by Plum. You know,
Oh, yeah.
they just pressured him right away, and there's nothing he can do but take the sack.
So after the first quarter, the Red Riders lead over your Plum Mustangs 6-0.
Well,
And we're joining number we're getting joined by alumni Will Marzino.
How's it going, guys?
Will, what is your prospect on this game?
Honestly, I've came here with about 5 minutes left back in the first quarter, and all I really saw the other team do is really just run the ball. If Plum, all I've seen for the past 6-7 years I've watched them, if they really want to come out and show initiative here, they got to come out and start blitzing like they just did with Max Tulsi on that sack. Get this quarterback out, kind of uncomfortable per se, is get him out of the pocket, get him running, let him throw the ball, see what their cornerbacks could do here. But you know, as they line up in the gun again with a guy right on his right, he's going to drop back. And look, there's the blitz again, guys.
Another sack.
That is what I am talking about. They got to get after the quarterback here. That tackle's made by number 63, Nick Stitt. And he just got back in the backfield, went right past the offense line and got to him real quick.
Nick Stitt the last 3 games had multiple sacks. Once again, gets behind them.
Yeah, Plum has a really talented group of pass rushers and a great front seven that causes a lot of havoc on the other opposing quarterbacks.
And it's going to make it 4th and 20 now for the Red Riders.
And they've always had that, guys. They've always had talented guys up front, but they just never know how to use them and where to use them in the specific positions. But now that I feel like this team's becoming more mature now, as that's going to be a high snap over the punter's head. That's going to be marked down at the 25. Plum's going to get the ball at the 25. Great field position for the Plum Mustangs.
Yeah, they just gained the entire field off of that muff punt.
Yes.
Yeah, it turned into great field position by the Red Riders to great field position by the Plum. That was a great job of Plum to kind of set them back there.
Yeah, the special teams issues giving both teams good advantages to start off a drive.
And with the Mustangs coming out with a solid receiving core, it's interesting to see what they come out here with such little room to work with here. And they have 11:14 left on the clock in the second quarter. So it's interesting to see what they go here.
We'll mention this for Will since he hasn't been around that often this year. The wide receivers this year are really stepping their game up. Logan Brooks has been dominating. Max, every time he gets the ball, seemingly ends in the end zone.
And Reed Martin, whatever position he's playing at the time, he's doing great at it.
Low snap,
And that's going to be
taken by Miller. Quick pass off,
And
caught by Martin.
Reed
Caught
fighting
by-
for yardage. He's going to try to
Stay
get to the
up.
end zone. He's going to be marked down at the 2-yard line. Way to work.
Beautiful play by Max there.
Yeah. Way to roll outside the pocket, seeing the blitz come in, and that's exactly what he had to do, is find his open receiver, and that's exactly what he did.
Throw back to Connellsville when he just steamed through the whole team to get in the end zone.
Yeah, as long as they give it to any receiver, they're going to make plays. This is, again, such a talented group.
Yeah, Plum has great receivers that can plow through anyone.
And that's the one thing that Plum's always had, guys. They've always had a talented running back or a talented wide receiving core. As Reed Martin's going to take this out to the outside. He's going to get possibly in the end zone with that speed.
And that Sox play working like magic again.
Great play by them.
Mustangs have just tied the game now.
And we saw that this Sunday actually with the Steelers. They had that dual threat where they put they're running their running backs in the backfield just to mix it up a little bit, and that's exactly what the Plum Mustangs did right there. Great play calling by the Plum Mustang.
Yep, that's a play they've been relying on a lot this year, and it's usually paid off in their favor when they get to the red zone.
But going back to what I said, guys, Plum's always had a talented something. They've always had a talented running back, talented quarterback, talented wide receiver, receiving core, and it all came together my freshman year whenever they went to the playoffs, and that kick is up and good, making it 7-6 with 10:49 left.
Tyler Kolonkowski there getting the extra point off.
Yeah, so whenever they went to the playoffs, it was a big, huge thing for this community, and it's becoming more and more a big, huge thing as they see the Plum Mustang football team really coming together over and over the years, with the new coaching staff coming in a couple years ago and just them trying to change the face of the organization, and that's exactly what they've been doing lately.
Yep.
And it's blossoming into like a better and better team each year as I'm seeing it come along. And it's just exciting to see by the end of hopefully Tommy's year, or hopefully by the end of my sister's year, that they're going to become a state contender here.
It's especially great because all the players that we keep talking about, for the majority part, are just juniors or sophomores.
Yeah, that is true. Like Reed Martin and Max Patulsi, only juniors. So it's going to be very stellar to see what happens next year, how much maturity they're going to have, and what's going to happen on the oncoming years.
Yeah, Jake Miller, he started starting the games at the end of his freshman year.
Oh, and that was one of the things too. I had in my senior class, I had Corey Thomas as he played sophomore year and on. And he was in the team with when they went to the playoffs, and everything just came together for him. He had players from Akron coming to look at him. He had commits to everywhere, but sadly he had an injury his senior year that brought him to Cal University, and is looking to go to Akron. There's going to be lingerie flying all over this field right now, guys. Might be a holding on the other team. I think it is on number 25. That is going to be Logan Walters, it seems like, as the ref was in his face yelling at him. I don't know what that was about. It's kind of weird to see that there's two sides of the field that there's flags on, one in the back and near the 10-yard line on the opposing team, and one on the 40-yard line back here near us.
Wooten is moving back, though, for their huddle.
Looks like there's two holding calls. Oh, wait, no, one. Legal hand block in the back.
All right.
And that might have been a number 25 right there, guys.
So that's going to push them all the way back within their own 10.
Yeah, and the Mustangs need to come out with that fierce defense as they did the last time. Try to get to them quick.
Yeah, both those sacks you mentioned were more than 10-yard losses.
Oh, yeah.
So there's a good chance for the Mustangs if Nick and Max can just launch right through there.
Yeah, if we can see the front seven kind of pass rush them real well, they can bring them very back, and the punter might not have a lot of room to punt the ball.
Although I expect Sebastian to take the ball and just run with it immediately.
Yes.
Oh, yeah. Give me gun formation. He's going to.
And get brought down at the 3.
QB keep. Wow.
I'm not sure if that was an option or not, but if it was, that wasn't the best read because he just
yeah,
got
he
stopped.
didn't have the time to get anything there.
Yeah.
Sacked by number 52, Jaden Nichols.
2nd and 15 now on their own 5.
This is a very quick defensive line here, guys, and it's very interesting to see how quick they get past this offensive line here. One thing about high school teams now is they do like this gun formation right here. He's trying to get to the backfield, and they do stop him at the line. It seems like he may have gained 1.
Yeah, forward progress probably got him
to
the 6 maybe.
No, they're going to mark him down at the 5 right now.
Yes.
So that's going to be another 3rd and 15 here, guys.
We mentioned they're having kicking problems. If they get stopped here again, they'll be punting out of the back of their end zone, so that could end in great field position for the Mustangs.
Yeah. Especially with that buff punt right there, the one that went over the punter's head and went back all the way to the 20-yard line.
Yeah, that happens this time. It's going to be a straight safety.
Oh, yeah. So it's interesting to see what the Mustangs go with here. If they're going to keep the pressure going, if they're going to lay off and see what they're going to come at him here with.
I kind of hope to see them put a little bit more pressure, guys. I'm expecting them to run here, maybe give the punter some more room.
Nope, it's
He's
going
going
to be
to
an
try to run with it
option.
again.
And he's going to be, is he in the end zone?
I believe that's a safety.
That's safety.
No.
That is a safety.
He might be down. They marked him down at the half-yard line.
Yeah,
here,
they
guys.
cut him off right there.
Forward progress, I believe, but again, not a great call by the Red Raiders here, trying to run in their own end zone. Usually try to get at least like a little out route to get out to at least your 5, just to get your kicker some room. But he's going to be backed up to the goal line. The
Fourth
end of
20
the goal
from
line.
the goal line.
Yeah,
He's going to have his back to the post.
and this is going to be interesting to see how this team responds here with this kick. As you got. This kick is up, and that's going to be a line drive kick to Reed Martin. Reed Martin's going to take it at the 30. He's going to this one might be back, guys. He's at the 10, 5. Tutty for your Plum Mustangs.
That's probably the easiest run back we've seen Reed do this year. I believe that's his 4th kick return of the year.
That was a line drive kick. That was maybe 30 yards right to him. Like nowhere, he didn't have to move or anything. He could stay right there, run it back, block his. The Raiders weren't even up the field yet, so they had nothing to worry about. Reed Martin showing off that speed again, guys.
And Reed could have taken that back from the other 30 we've seen him do, so let's see him get another one, his 4th of the year. I believe Logan Brooks also has 2, so the return game on point this season. Colin Kowski's back for the extra point now.
PAT is up,
And it's good. So that's going to make it 14-6 now with 8:23 left in this first half.
And again, guys, I don't know if you guys have ever heard of Jake Chappa or Jackson Goday, but Tyler Kolinkowski is following in their footsteps, or Pat McAfee, you may have heard of, following in this guy's footsteps.
Yeah, kicking right now is kind of formed into like a soccer style of kicking, so former soccer players really excel in football.
Yeah, just with Jackson Goday, Jackson Goday's and Jake Chappa, all kickers in college right now, and Pat McAfee is the one that made it to the league for the Mustangs, and really is the stable of what the Plum Mustangs are all about now.
Hey, Will, since you go to Slippery Rock, and so does Jake Chapla, did Jake Chapla beat the record?
He did not yet. He's looking to do it this week against Mercyhurst. So it's going to be intense. The Slippery Rock team is 3-0, I believe, or 4-0. Have not lost yet. Big game coming up against IUP. And, you know, Jake Chappa is going to be the #1 kicker to come out of college, everyone says. And he grew up here in Plum and set the Plum record for 53-yard made field goal in a game.
We mentioned last week, Reed Martin got 47 yards on a kick.
And that's going to be bobbled by #8 in the backfield. He's going to be taking it all the way around. He's going to be stuck again at his 4-yard line, guys. The Plum Mustangs are getting very, very good defensive position here.
Yeah, special teams, not exactly everyone's forte tonight.
No, not at all. But the Mustangs are capitalizing on it.
And they got him back to their own 4.
And it looks like if they stop him here, maybe Reed Martin could send one back again.
Yeah.
Yeah, on one of those, you never want to kind of get the football past you just because, like, it's not like a punt where, like, the other team can't recover. You know, on a kickoff past 10 yards, you know, the other team can kind of recover it. So you always want to get that ball before it kind of gets past you.
Yeah, and it's interesting to see what the Red Raiders go with here, guys, because after the last 3 and out, it's interesting to see what they go here, if they're going to air it out a little bit or if they're going to stick to their run game. And as the Mustangs go with a 4-man front here, it's going to be a timeout, I believe, against the Red Raiders. Yeah, the Red Raiders take their first or second timeout?
I believe that's their first of the game.
First of their game. So it's going to be interesting. Maybe they want to talk about it again, but it's going to be interesting to see what they want to do here, guys. It's going to be if they want to run it, if they want to throw it, because the quick 3 and out they just had did not do anything. They lost yards on mostly every play. So it's going to be interesting to see if they go to the air, if they go to the run game. Because the Mustang defense is getting confident right now with what they're doing, and it's going to be scary to see them coming at your quarterback down on your goal line.
I mentioned earlier in the game, Spencer has more rushing yards than passing yards this season, so I'm saying skip the fake and just have him run as fast as he can get.
Yeah, like
he can cut the corner easily.
That's the thing. That's the thing that whenever I was a senior here, we played McKeesport, and they run that dual option. Back then it was a dual option. Now they run the triple option. But they would always fake it, and it was either the quarterback or the running back. By the end of the game, the Plum Mustang defense got so smart that they would just tackle both no matter what. And that's what they have to do to be smart about it, because you never know who has the ball.
Yeah.
Like, you don't make that decision because you're already locked in on one player, so you have to make that quick decision quick. So it's going to be interesting to see if the Red Raiders come out in a different formation as they do, as they have a kind of like a gun formation with the fullback behind them. So it's going to be a
give it to the
handoff.
fullback.
And he's going to fumble it. I think the Red Raiders did recover, but that's going to be down at the 1 yard line.
At their own 2 now.
So that is an interesting play call from the Red Raiders, trying to bring in some more protection for that defensive line, and so that they can block some more, get the quarterback some more time.
Yeah, gave it to Curtis, maybe thinking he can just plow his way through. 200 pounds.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. Maybe just they were trying to hand it off quick so they can get as much yards as possible to make the field position better, but it didn't do anything there.
No. They're going to go the same
Second and
formation.
13.
Yeah, they're going to go the same formation here, guys. See if they do something different. Nope,
They're gonna
same
hand it off
play.
again, but they gained some on that as it gets out to about the 5.
They're going to be 3rd and 9 here, I believe, or 3rd and 9.5 maybe.
I'm wondering why the Red Raiders keep running through in their own end zone. Why not air it out, give it a try?
Well, as he said that the Red Raiders really don't have that much passing yards this year, right?
Yeah, and on top of that, when you're this close in the zone, your goal is just get the ball forward
Yeah,
as fast as you can.
Because if you pick that off in the you're going to be picked off at what, the 20 or 30 of your own end, and they could easily run that back with their Reed Martin and number 1 William Guzzi on the as your cornerback. So
Yep. Another timeout for the Red Riders.
so yeah.
That, and on top of that, you don't want somebody breaking through as you're looking at a receiver to just come and get you down the end zone.
Exactly. They don't want to take a safety, so taking a run here is very smart by them. But in my perspective, I wouldn't run all 3 times.
Yeah, now that you're at the 6-yard line, I feel like that should be enough room to take a shot.
Even if it's not, just tell your quarterback, hey, like, listen, it's 3rd and 9. You don't have to do anything amazing. We'll punt, but don't go in our end zone. If you have pressure, throw it away. And
we saw earlier for the game, number 6, Carson Yabagi just got wide open, so there's no saying they couldn't pull off a big play right here.
And that's the thing with this Red Raiders team. As I see, I have not seen a big pass yet this game. I mean, we've only seen the Plum Mustangs on the field for 1 possession, but the Red Raiders really don't have a deep threat, and it doesn't seem like that so far. It looks like their play is just chop with the run game and see if they can break your defense down.
Yeah, kind of like a bootleg McKeesport strategy.
And that does get in your head when you can't stop the run. That gets in your head like, man, why can't we stop this run? That gets the other team agitated that we got to get after them. Then when they get over pressured, they air the ball out, and it's.
Although the Mustangs' run defense is playing a lot better in this game than they had in the past games.
There's going to be a fake. Here's a run. Oh, and he's got safety.
Safety.
And that's exactly right there what you didn't want to happen if you're a Red Raiders fan, but good if you're a Plum Mustang fan. That's going to be 16-6.
Max Matolsi there with a massive hit to get that safety. It's now 16-6 Mustangs.
And that's a great play call by the Plum Mustang defense.
And now we get the ball punted right back to us on top of it.
Yeah. Hopefully maybe Reed Martin can run this one back too, guys.
Although they're probably going to squib it again, see how that goes.
Yeah. Hopefully it doesn't end out like the other squib kick that we had.
Yeah. Yep. I mean, hopefully this Plum Mustang team, they talk to their special teams and say, hey, watch the squib kick or something. But this Red Raiders team is very interesting to watch, see what happens.
I think it would be interesting for the Mustangs if they try lining Brooks and Martin up more in front.
Yeah. It's going to be interesting to see how this Red Raiders team responds to those 2 unanswered quick touchdowns and a safety. If their defense comes out firing out, or if they just sit back and let the Plum Mustangs do what they want to do. I believe that they are not going to punt. It's just going to be moved back a couple yards, guys. So you got Reed Martin and is that number 1?
Logan Brooks back there.
Logan Brooks.
And they're going to squib it again. No, they're actually going to kick it off this time, and it's going to be taken by Martin at the 40. There's a flag already.
He's going to get blockers, guys. He's down.
Gets around 50. The corner to the 45, cuts inside.
Great vision by Reed Martin here.
Stays on his feet, still
on his feet.
Up to the 40. 35, wow. Beautiful run by Reed Martin.
Down about the 34 maybe.
Yeah.
Although that all could be negated by the flag that came out.
Yes.
Yeah. I mean, they stopped him with a huge wall at the Red Raiders 45, but then he moved his way back to the 50, ran all the way back down to almost to the 30. So that's really crazy to watch a guy with that vision to see what he can see on the field.
Yeah, it's a lot of fun watching replay. He pulled a couple stiff arms there and kind of made a bunch of people miss, and he got as many yards as he could, and he did really well.
I think that's going to be a penalty on the Plum Mustang bench for being on the field, for some of their players being on the field, being on the white. I believe they told him to back up. So
Although it's still marked as a 1st and 10, so I don't think they might have just negated the call.
yeah, might have just gave him a warning. You snap,
Quick
hand it off.
hand off to Guzzy. He's got some room.
Wow, he's got
And he's
speed
going.
too.
He's going.
Still on his
Still on
feet.
his feet.
And he's going to
that's
go all the
over.
way. Touchdown Mustang.
Wow, quick fire.
I really love that play call because someone as fast as Billy Guzzi, running him on the outside, he can make a lot of room and make a lot of people miss.
That part of his game is just staying on his feet.
Yeah.
Yeah, if you get that edge on their defensive players and you're that fast, guys, it's kind of hard to catch.
Yeah. He had that nice spin move to break the tackle, and then he was in.
Yeah, I was like saying Billy's the opposite of Reed, as Reed will just jump around, but Billy will just go right through you.
Yeah. Tyler Kolonkowski lining up for the extra point here. Snap. Good, 'cause
And
up.
kick is good. So with that, 6:23 left, that's going to make it 23-6 Mustangs.
This Red Raiders special teams guys, whenever it's a field goal, they always, that left side is so quick to get off the plane here. And it's kind of interesting to see that Tyler Kolonkowski still gets the kickoff and up and good. As Zach Barat joins us on the mic now. How's it going, Zach?
Pretty good.
That's
How about
great.
you?
The Mustangs are winning 23-6 right now with 6:23 left, and looking to stop them, pin them deep again in their own zone.
How do you feel back about coming back and talking about Plum Mustang football right now?
Oh, it feels like I never left. Interesting cold night,
Yep. First one all year.
Oh, yeah.
Freezing, It's like 20 degrees, it feels like.
You have Mr. Brought with his beanie on.
It's a Plum Soccer.
Yeah,
Plum Soccer.
What are you guys undefeated so
Yeah,
far?
we're undefeated.
Number one in the Whippeals.
Yeah.
Great job by the Plum.
Maybe we should start filming those games.
Yeah,
Yeah, you
great job
should.
for the Plum Mustang boys soccer team. Julian Martin's going to line up at the 30, going to boot this one, probably to pin him down deep, and it's going to be a big kick by Reed Martin.
Yeah,
pushing
Martin's
him.
going to boot it to the 5. He's
They're
got some room to take it forward.
Yeah, they're going to get past the 10-yard line, past the 20, and
Spins.
down near the 26-yard lines, guys.
He stayed on his feet a lot longer than he probably should have there.
Yeah. Very interesting to see that they actually got it in front of their own 10-yard line, guys. Hopefully they can pin him back with some sacks here.
Although the change in the Mustangs defense between Weir and his first drive, they took up a solid 7 minutes scoring a touchdown. And then since then, it's just going nowhere.
And great game for the Plum Mustang homecoming game, too. You have a lot of alumni here for the band, a lot of alumni here for the cheerleaders.
Yep, 40 extra cheerleaders, about 50 extra members of the band,
A lot of people here just to support Plum.
plus all the former students and players sitting in the crowd watching.
He's going to roll out to the left, and he's going to throw that one away. Intent for number 21 on the Red Raiders, Drew Curtis.
And again, the Plum put a lot of pressure on him. There's not really much you could do with a guy in his face. It's really hard to make an accurate pass, even from short distance.
Yeah, you had number 52, Jay Nichols, eyeing him up right on the coming off that left side right there.
Yeah, usually we have Nick just launching out of them. Max is usually the guy holding back, waiting to tackle after the play. But now he's launching at the line, so there's not really much he can do.
Yeah. It's also good to have him on the end, Jay Nichols, because he's a tall defensive lineman. He can block those throws over the top of him. He's going to hand off right through the middle. He's going to be
Take him
tripped
down after like 3 yards.
Yeah, he's going to be tripped up by number 56 there, guys. It's going to be Braden Cohaler.
Now, I really like Plum's game plan here and their scouting just because they know that the Red Riders don't really pass the line. They kind of run up the middle, and they've been clogging up any hole that the offensive line tries to give them.
And if they didn't do that, that'd be very annoying for the Plum Mustang players because getting pushed up the line so much, having the ball go straight up the gut so many times and not being able to stop it gets very annoying sometimes. So very interesting to see that they are actually stopping this play calling here. And they're staying with their own mind in their head. Oh, it's going to be pitched to number 1. It's going to get the outside edge.
And Spencer's got room to run. One man to beat. Cuts around him, but taken down at the 15-yard line.
By Nick Sluka.
So I mentioned Spencer, he's got some legs on him. He shows them off right there.
Yeah, I don't know if you saw that, guys, but near the 40-yard line, there was Max Matulsi getting blocked there by one of the Red Raiders. And then I believe it was number 1. Billy Guzzi came around and clocked both of them down.
That was a good end around though by.
Very smart.
Yeah, they brought all the Mustangs over, and then they came back, but the Mustangs with a good tackle, letting them get into the red zone.
Yeah, Spencer's got the speed to just cut the whole field.
Yeah, and that was an interesting play call because it looked like they faked the option and ran the end around.
It's going to be straight up the gut again, guys. And that play right there by the Red Raiders really opened up the Plum Mustang defense. It's going to be carried by number 25, Logan Walters. And that play right there really opened up the defense because now it opens up the ends. Now it opens up to where, they might go outside with it. They might go up the gut. So it's they're kind of sitting back there questioning, are they going to go around again? Or are they going to go straight up the gut? Should we fill that hole or should we not? Like that's the thing that they got to come out here with. And now opening up that playbook, you might as well just go all the way around, too.
Also on that play, they shifted Spencer Sebastian over to wide receiver. Anthony DeMattis is going to be the new quarterback. And they're still keeping it with him as they hand it off to number 12.
Number 25.
He's got room to run, and he's got a lot of size on him.
Number 25, Logan Walters on the carry there, guys.
That's the second carry, it looked like, and they get right up to almost to the 1-yard line there.
Yeah, he's going to be like he's kind of like a fullback size kind of player.
Yeah.
And it's kind of
Looks like Plum might have called
Yeah.
timeout there.
Yep.
It may have
stopped the momentum there.
Yeah, it may look like number 42 on the Mustangs. Rocco Knos was bent over there at the hip. Maybe he got a little wounded up, or if he just lost his breath.
And that timeout's going to stop the clock with 4:07 left in the half.
Very good half by the Mustangs, guys, I got to say. They've really been killing on defense and really opening up the Red Raiders' defensive playbook here with their offense, too. Airing out between the air and between the run game.
Yeah, it's been very fun to watch. The team that they're playing has won games like 40-something nothing. So, and they've only given up 6, and they've scored 23, I believe. So it's been really fun and really exciting to watch.
Very interesting, too, guys. The cheerleading junior high teams here, too. This whole track looks like it's filled up here.
I feel like there's 7 cheerleaders just watching the Plum Mustangs play right now.
Yeah. Now, me and you were talking, Zach. The Mustangs do have a chance to get in the playoffs.
Yeah, they do. If they finish off this game strong and they take the W here, and then they go off and next week and go play at Latrobe, and they win, they will be the 5th seed, which will be the last seed to make the playoffs, and most likely play Penn Hills North Hills as their first playoff game, which they could win because you already know that they're the underdog coming in.
It's going to be stuffed at the 2-yard line there, guys. That's going to be a QB option there. He could have had the pitcher. He could have just taken it up the gut, and that's exactly what he did there.
In that Latrobe matchup, that's the most evenly matched team the Mustangs have faced this year. Every team that we've beaten, they've beaten. Every team that we've lost to, they've lost to as well. Mustangs opening up viewed as the underdogs, but could easily go either way.
Yeah.
Could be really fun to watch.
Now, is that game here or is that game at Latrobe?
That's going to be in Latrobe.
Oh, wow.
Their football field's pretty. It's.
Their stadium's pretty nice.
Yeah, their stadium is really nice. I played there for soccer.
It's in the middle of nowhere there, nowhere near their high school.
No.
Yeah, even though like 4-4 doesn't seem that great, with the section that we're in, it's actually really good.
It's going to be taken
Up the middle
gut,
again.
and he's going to get there, guys.
It looks like he might have got in there, and that's a touchdown for number 25. That is Logan Walters there, and that's going to make the score 23-12 PAT pending.
Yeah, and their PATs haven't been on point yet, guys, so this is going to be interesting to see if they can get this.
Was it blocked, their first one blocked, or was
Nah, I
it
think
just
he
missed?
Yeah, I think it was just a short kick.
Yeah, he hit it to the left, to the right a little bit. Good snap.
Kick
Good
is up,
hold.
and it's good.
Wow.
So that makes it 23-13 now with 3:17 left in the second quarter. Will showed up at a perfect time because the first 12 minutes or so of this game went by really slowly.
Yeah, this first
And
half.
since he showed up, it's
quarter.
just been score, score, score.
Yeah, the first quarter with Preston Sunday getting injured took like 15 minutes. Felt like.
Yeah, as well as the injury to number 6 Carson Yabagi for the other team. Weir. Bit of a mind blank there, but nonetheless.
Yeah, Plum gets still a lot of time to go down the field and get a good drive for one more touchdown.
Oh, yeah. I mean, they have no timeouts yet, guys, but no timeouts. They get them to work with the clock here. Maybe they could just have that one play like they did last time. One play run.
Yep. Martin Brooks back again.
We have seen Logan Brooks return one. Well, Evan hasn't. He was at a cross-country meet at Hershey, but Logan Brooks can put on the Jets whenever he wants to, it seems like.
I'm calling another squib here.
Yeah, they have for the past, I think, 2 or 3 kicks. They've just...
This last one they faked and got an actual kickoff of it.
Yeah, they've probably watched a lot of film of watching them return kicks, and this one looks like it's going to be a little short up to the 20-yard line.
Taken by Martin.
Here's Reed.
He's going to go up the middle, up the sidelines. He's got one man to beat. He just beat him. That's going to go all the way.
Wow.
Flag on the play, though. So, touchdown, Reed. Let's see if it stands.
Might be a block in the back, guys.
Yeah.
I don't know.
That's going to be a killer one because whatever that penalty was had no effect on the actual play, but I believe it's getting called back.
Yeah, I believe so too, guys.
Oof. That'd be a start. That'd be my number 1 start for the day already for Reed Martin there if he got that.
Yeah, regardless of this penalty, though, Reed's been so much fun to watch in the kick return game.
I made a joke earlier. He could have taken it back from the other 30. Well, he just did.
Yeah, holding on the Mustang is going to push him back another 10 yards from where they received it, if I'm correct, or from where the penalty was.
Yeah, it's going to be a spot foul.
And I believe it was at the 48, guys. So they're going to take this back into their Mustang 40, probably, or
from
right
the
near
penalty.
the 40.
They subtract 10 yards.
Yeah.
Still solid field position for a kickoff. So.
Oh yeah, he received it at the 20, ran it back to the end zone, but the block called that back. But nonetheless, very good run by Reed Martin there, guys.
Yep, 4 wide for the Mustangs. Miller's going to take it in the backfield. Quick pass to Brooks, but he's not going to be able to hold on to it.
Logan Brooks taking almost a shot there.
Very quick pass there, guys.
Yep, we've been focusing their efforts on him. They've probably seen how he's been stepping up the last 3 games.
One thing I am impressed of is when Jake Miller this entire game has thrown the ball more recently than the other games. Like, compare it to when they played Franklin Regional. Every play, 3 out of the 4 plays on a down.
And he's getting the ball off a lot quicker.
Yeah.
Because there's one issue that I always thought was just his vision and his timing.
Yeah, I think so far Plum's been doing a good job of making Jake comfortable as only a sophomore.
It's like the way as fast as he throws, it almost reminds me of like
quick pass downfield. Brooks is wide open, but he's not going to be able to get there in time.
He had some speed.
Yeah, looks like down the field he was tripping over his feet too, guys.
Yeah.
So he could have dove out for that, but it looks like he was just stumbling a little bit, trying to get his feet under him.
Those are the kind of plays he's been making the last 4 weeks since he just decided to show up out of nowhere and start dominating the league.
And Jake Miller's showing off his arm there, guys. Very interesting to see how far he could throw that ball.
Yeah, Jake and Logan have a great connection with each other, both sophomores.
Yeah, and that's another thing, only being a sophomore for Jake. Very interesting to see what this future has to hold for the Mustangs.
Yeah, as well as Logan. Plus we have Reed and Max as juniors, so they're going to be back next year on top of this.
Their offensive line, looks like he got number 80 on the end there, guys. That's going to be on Dakota Nutter. He's going to jump there.
For the Mustangs, out of the seniors class, the one that we keep calling a lot, Nick Stitt, that's going to be a really tough loss for the team.
Oh, yeah. Then now you're going to have to see the defense next year step up.
Never mind, guys. That's going to be on the Mustangs.
Looks like a false start by the Mustangs there.
Yeah, I thought I saw Jake. I thought I saw Dakota jump there, but I guess.
Yeah, same. They might have caught it on the center.
Yeah. Reed in motion.
Miller dropped back to about the 30, hands it off to Martin. He's going to cut the side. He's got some room to run. He's going to be taken down around the 45.
It's going to be a jet sweep there, guys. Good call by the Mustangs.
5 yards out of the first down to move the chains with under almost 2:40 left now. Hopefully the Mustangs.
Just trying to get the Mustangs some good field position to punt there, guys.
Yeah.
Wasn't trying to catch the first down, but if they did, it would have been great. But still, good call by the Mustang offense right there.
Yep, they'll be punting it from the 46-yard line.
Interesting to see how he's going to punt this. If he's going to try and pin them deep to see if they can get another safety, as we saw earlier in the game, or if they're just going to try to hold them 3 and out again.
Bounces the
Okay.
kick. And it's going to be a really short kick.
It's going to be skied up in the air, and that's going to be out of bounds near the 45.
And there's kind of nothing Reed could have done there. Like, the snap was kind of low. He just kind of had to get rid of it as fast as he could, and you're not going to really get the best punt you'd like out of that.
And he was frustrated after that kick, too. Drop down.
Well, now it's time to see what the Plum Mustangs can do with under almost 2 minutes now. If they can hold them, they'll still be up by 10. And I'm pretty sure the Mustangs started off with the ball, and then they went 4 and out and punted. So Weir is going to be getting the ball back after. So if the Plum Mustangs hold them, they'll be fine.
It's going to be interesting to see what the Red Raiders come out and call here. If they're
Yeah.
going to try to spread them out like they did last time and try to run some end arounds here.
Yeah, because right now they're trying to score, so they can put points up on the board now and then after.
Nice little
Quick
screen play
pass
outside
to number 1. He's going to stay in bounds for about 3 yards.
He's going to fight for 2 there, guys.
To Sebastian, formerly the quarterback, now switch out to wide receiver.
I think that may have been the first throw I've ever seen except the touchdown right there, guys. It's got the gun formation, guys. Kind of a pistol look here. It's going to be a pitch down. Oh,
Goes for the Philly flicker, but turns around, not going to be able to get there. But they're going to call Max on pass interference.
yeah, there's going to be some flags right
Yeah,
there.
that might.
Sorry, that's Guzzy there.
Yeah,
I
he didn't
think-
look back soon enough, I don't think. Right when the ball was in the middle of the air, he kind of looked back a little bit, but that's it.
Then it looked like he had some hands on the jersey.
Yeah, like I thought Billy, when they saw the ball being underthrown, I just saw Billy Guzzi just grab onto him.
Yeah.
And
Very,
just hold him back from getting the ball.
Yeah.
very interesting call by the Red Raiders there, guys. That nice little flea flicker opens the
Yeah.
game up wide up right now.
And them getting a flag is even a bonus for them now, getting good field position for a field goal if they have someone that can kick it far enough, like Reed Martin, as we saw last week at PT, setting a new record at that stadium.
Yeah, even though Billy Guzzi got a call on pass interference, though, I think he did a great job staying with them because whenever they kind of see the toss, most of the defensive backs just go right to him, but he just stuck with them just in case. And even though that kind of didn't work out, he just stopped from what could have been a big play and a touchdown.
And we saw a few weeks ago the Mustangs pulled off that play.
Yeah.
Featured on Max Preps because of it.
Yeah.
As number 25 is going to take 5 Plum Mustang players down with him. That's Logan. That's Logan Walters.
Yeah, we mentioned they started the game with Jamari Bass as their running back. He wasn't really taking many people down, but the other 2 options they have both almost 6 foot, 180 pounds each.
Now with under 90 seconds left for Weir as they
Clock's still
almost
running.
enter the red zone.
Clock's still running here, guys, too.
Yeah.
It's going to be aired out. It's going to be pressure. He gets hit and throws. It's going
And
to be caught
still makes the catch.
down at the
falls
1
into
yard
the-
line.
Yeah, falls at the 1.
Wow, he took a big shot there, guys.
He did, and it looks like it looks like Nick Sluker just missed that tackle and making it incomplete, and he is mad about that.
Yep, that's Elijah Gillette there making that catch.
He
he
was
re-
frustrated.
He really took him back 5 yards, guys. He had him in the air while he was throwing.
Yeah. So we keep mentioning how they don't pass often. It seems like every forward pass they get off, it's some beautiful catch.
Yes.
Lucky or beautiful, or even if there's a flag on the play, it's the bonus yardage they get.
So now they're down at the 1 yard line.
You know, looks like Plum might have to call timeout there.
Oh, I think they called a jump on the Mustangs.
Plum didn't have any more timeouts, I didn't think.
Unless Weir.
No, I think they had 1 left that they called right there.
Okay.
I know they used. I know they at least used 2. So.
Yeah. very interesting to see what the Red Raiders will come out with next half, guys. They see the airs working for them because the Mustangs were trying to blitz so much now after going to the run game for the whole half. Now airing it out seems to be the option. Mustangs got to make a little switch here or a little audible, see what they can do here. But it's going to be interesting to see what the Red Raiders come out with next half. Do you think they stick to the run game, go to the air game, or just mix it up here? And I honestly, if I was a Red Raiders coach, I'd mix it up, run it a couple times, maybe throw it out.
I think it allowed Gillette more chances to make some plays because he's been making them easy looking.
Yeah.
And they're getting the ball back too. So like if they slow down this game, keep the ball out of the Mustangs' hands, they're gonna try to make a run for this Plum Mustang victory.
And it's always good to see what Coach Morgan has to say in the locker room to this team. See how they come out fired up. Or
I think
see what they do.
defensively they played well, holding them at those downs, but then they've given up those bad plays like Billy Gussie here and
Yeah.
giving those flags
It's
and those
just-
like
yeah.
immaculate receptions they get.
Look for a QB sneak here, guys. Oh, it's gonna be good. to
Quick
the fullback.
handoff, and he's going to be in the end zone.
That looks like number 25 again. Logan Walters with his second touchdown of the day. And
Yeah.
that's going to make it 25-19 PAT pending. As we saw, he already missed once today in the first quarter, if I'm correct.
And it's gonna be a gutsy call here for the Mustangs if
It's
they
going to
want
be good now. So that brings them within a field goal. They have 1 minute to respond for the Mustangs.
It's going to be a gutsy call if they want to go for it, if they just want to take the knee and take this into
Yeah.
half, guys.
Well, if you're in that position, well, what are you doing?
I don't know. They get the ball at half.
They don't get the ball at half.
No, the Red Raiders
Oh,
get the
yeah,
ball at
yeah,
half.
yeah.
You guys are up by 3. Red Raiders kicker really isn't that good. Doesn't really hit that long of a shot. So I say you got to at least run the ball, at least get some yardage here, at least take a shot downfield. That's what I would do. Just see what opens up for the Mustangs. See if they can get something going. Maybe, who knows? We don't even have to be talking about this if Reed Martin runs another one back right
Yeah.
just thinking that right now.
And I'm thinking even if he doesn't, just try to run it with him or dump it off to him, see what he can do.
Yeah, this is why they might just squib kick it here.
Yeah,
And it goes to Ryan Huebner, and he gets stopped at the 50-yard line.
Yeah, I agree. I think Plum should run a couple plays, and maybe if they get a huge gain, maybe they try to maybe get a field goal or a touchdown or something. But I think they should kind of keep it slow. You don't want to give the Red Riders another possession.
But don't just phone it in.
Yeah, that's exactly what I was thinking. Like, you have Tyler Kolonkowski, a good kicker, and there's nothing.
Barely gets anywhere on that.
He's going to be pounced on by number
Interesting.
58 for the Mustangs, I believe.
So the Mustangs now have 54 seconds to move 50 yards to score.
Well, the Plum Mustangs only need 20 yards. Because you know that Reed can hit a 40-yarder at least.
Yeah.
That kick last week would have been good from 50, according
Yeah.
to the stat sheets.
And from a 50-yarder, that's at least, all they got to do is get to the 35.
Yeah.
So.
But at the same time, go for the end zone.
Yeah, true.
Get that 10-point lead back.
Yeah, maybe they run the ball as an end around or jet sweep, get some yardage, get out of bounds. Maybe if they throw one deep, maybe Lucky get a pass interference call.
Yeah, because if you get the field goal, it's still a one-score game.
Almost.
Reed jumps real high to try to make that catch, but it bounces off his fingertips.
And it's also going to be interesting, guys, to see what the Mustangs go with, like a play call here. If they're going to try to, if they don't worry about the clock, or if they try to just get it out to the outside so they can get out of bounds real quick.
Yeah, see, now the clock stops, and you're under 50 seconds. And now you got to run and play to kill clock, because if you go 3 and out, they're getting the ball back, and they're going to look deep to get a field goal.
Yeah. And this is going to be a call right here for the Mustangs. See what they do, if they go with a run game or if they go the pass here. You got 4 out right here. So gun formation. Gonna be drop back. Really goes.
He's looking for
almost a one-handed catch by number 9 for the Mustangs, Logan Brooks.
Yeah, Miller was looking right at him that whole time.
Yeah, now it's interesting. Now it's 3rd down, and they still got like less than 40. They got 45 seconds left.
And what do you go with here, Zach? Do you try to run this with an end around with Reed, or
yeah, that's what I want. That's what I would do as a coach. I want to see Reed Martin come as the end around, because you know it works. You've done it before in the game. You've gotten the 1st down.
But
maybe try to pull that Sox play that got him in the end zone for the first score.
But the thing with the Mustangs is that I'm seeing against the Red Raiders don't really have fast players that can keep up with Reed Martin.
Yeah,
so,
as we saw when he punt returned.
Yeah, so it's going to be interesting to see if they try to get the ball to him as
Mustangs 3 out left.
they roll to the left here. And
Miller's going to roll out.
he's going to try to
Stays
stop.
back, but it's just going to run out of bounds with it.
He might have lost
Nobody
it.
got open there.
Yeah, it looks like he might have lost a yard there or two.
And that's
So
gonna-
a
clock's-
total of a 15-second drive for the Mustangs.
That's,
That's
gonna be
why-
stopped at
yeah.
the 39.3
That's why I said
seconds
maybe
left.
just run a play and kill the clock, even if you don't get a first down.
I know Jacob doesn't want to take a hit there, but
Yeah.
if I were him, I would just sat down, let the clock run a little bit.
Yeah, I think maybe if they could ran play, maybe they could have gone maybe 20 seconds off before they punted, and that would have only given them maybe 10 seconds. But
So Martin is
Up
going to
there.
sky that one to about the 25.
They're going to try to make this clock run out as fast as they can.
Yep.
The
So
clock's-
Weir's going to take over at the 27-yard line.
Just around 30 seconds left.
And the Red Raiders could get a score quick here, guys. Get a score quick. That's their mentality. I'm betting right now. They try to get a score, then they come back. They get the ball back at half.
See, now this is scary now because you know that you saw the play when they scored the touchdown with number 25, Logan Walters. How'd that happen? You saw Billy Guzzi with the holding and the pass interference.
Yeah.
And you can get one pass interference call. They can make it a spot foul. And field goal, new game.
Yeah, and then all they gotta do is throw one deep, and if it's pass interference, then they're gonna get a field goal, and the game's tied going into halftime. And you know what Plum's thinking? Crap.
And this is interesting.
And we're
here,
thinking
guys.
this is our chance.
He's going to be in the shotgun, and he's going to have no one
Quick
behind
pass to
him.
number 1 there. Ducks under one man. He's got some room to sprint
Wow.
down the sidelines to about the 45.
Clock's going to stop there, guys, at 23.1 seconds. That was an interesting play call. Never have I ever seen the Red Raiders without a guy in the backfield, just their quarterback. And that was the first play I've ever seen them with, and they threw a nice little hitch route right there.
Yep, that's Sebastian Spencer again.
I'm pretty sure, does Weir have all their timeouts?
No, they used
used
2,
one.
I believe.
Oh, they used 2. I thought they only used 1.
regardless of the timeouts, they still have time to potentially get a field goal. So I think Plum needs to be on their toes and try to at least get a little bit of pressure because that sack could be huge.
Yeah, they can't have this halftime mentality right now. They're going to
And
try to
they-
get back to the
And
quarterback.
they got him
do.
down.
Wow.
That
Big
mu-
sack for the Mustangs as the clock's still going to run. That's probably going to take them into half unless the Red Raiders use their timeout.
To be Max's second sack of the day.
Yeah, that's exactly what they needed there because that takes a lot of time off the clock and will get us in halftime, and they're not going to get a field goal or anything, so Plum will still get the lead.
And that's going to end the half. Coming into halftime, the score is Mustangs 23. We're Red Riders 20.
And stay tuned for the Plum Mustangs homecoming as we see who's going to be crowned homecoming queen.
As well as Wheaton's halftime show.
Pick up that headphone and tell me if you can hear this. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Nick Flinko, along with Nick Martin. On behalf of the senior class, we welcome you to our homecoming celebration. As we introduce the members of our 2019 cemetery homecoming trip, we would also like to acknowledge the members of our 2019 prom trip who will be presenting flowers tonight. Now, it's time to meet our 2019-2020 homecoming trip. Chloe Fabio. Executed by Brooke Baby. Chloe is the daughter of Randy and Sean Fabio. Chloe is the varsity softball captain and the vice president of the Best Players Club. Chloe plans to become a physical therapist and to continue her softball career. Presenting Chloe with flowers are prom court members Alexis Anderson and Danny Ellis. Riley Heckler, executed by Niall Trump. Riley is the daughter of Tara and Eric Heckler. Riley is involved in student government, best studies, and the musical. She plans to go to college for pharmacy. Presenting Riley with flowers are prom court members Allison Harrison and Jesse Cook. Priscilla Jones, escorted by Matt Barcelona. Priscilla is the daughter of Eric and Kimberly Jones. Priscilla is a National Honor Society inductee, captain of the Color Guard, an accomplished pianist, a professional photographer with her own website, and she has published 2 photography books. Priscilla plans to attend Chatham University to study interior architecture next fall. Presenting Priscilla with flowers are prom court members Jenna Montgomery and Jake Carradine. Savannah Kay, escorted by Jack Crow. Savannah is the daughter of Angela and Glenn Kay. Savannah is the varsity cheer captain, National Honor Society vice president, Student Council Vice President, a member of SAD, Future Educators, Ski and Snowboard Club, French Club, and in the musical. Savannah hopes to attend the University of Pittsburgh to continue cheering and wants to pursue a career as a physician's assistant. Presenting Savannah with flowers are prom court members Alyssa Schofield and Luke O'Donnell. Gianna Trombetta, escorted by Jared Petrano. Gianna is the daughter of Chris Trombetta and Len Kowinski. Gianna is a varsity basketball player, and Gianna plans to go to a 4-year college and study to become a physician assistant. Presenting Gianna with flowers are prom court members Delaney White and Christian Jones. Jordan Westbrook, escorted by Cole Kelly. Jordan is the daughter of Debbie and Patrick Westbrook, sister to David. Jordan is a varsity cheer captain, senior class vice president, and also a member of the National Honor Society. Students Against Destructive Decisions, Horizons, and Best Friends. Jordan plans to continue her cheerleading career at Penn State, Purdue, or West Virginia University. Jordan wants to become a mechanical and aerospace engineer. Presenting Jordan with flowers are prom court members Josie Zumo and standing in for Matt Pajaco, Kenny Ayers. Please welcome back our 2018-2019 homecoming queen, Miss Skylar Calhoun. Escorted by Tyler Knight. Tyler attends CCAC and is majoring in business management and marketing. Presenting scholars with flowers is our 2019 Plum Queen and King, Lorna Shebeck and Tyler Gallagher. And now, by proclamation of the class of 2020, our homecoming queen is Chloe Fabio. Congratulations to all the members of this year's court. Also, special thanks to the Junior ROTC Sabre Team and Color Guard for their participation in our ceremony this evening.
And welcome back, Mustang fans, to the second half here at Mustang Stadium, with the score being Mustangs with the lead, 23, and the Weir Red Riders, 20. We saw a lot of good things in the first half coming from the Mustangs. Nardo, what are your thoughts?
I thought they did pretty good. They started off kind of slow, but they got their stuff together as the game continued. They look good on offense. I know this is a three-point game, so we're still very much in this game. As we saw, they had a bit of a struggle stopping our offense and kick return in the first half.
Oh, yeah.
So this half, we'll see if this is the test for both teams here.
And hopefully Reed Martin can have another breakout
I agree.
half. He had 3 touchdowns.
Yes, sir.
Not too. That's about as much as you can ask
Yeah,
from
like I said, that kid is good.
a player.
So, if you guys were watching through halftime, we had a 2019-2020 homecoming winner, and that was Chloe Fabio. Congratulations to Chloe.
Yeah, big congratulations to Chloe.
Congrats to everybody else too,
Yep.
who made
Everybody on court.
well deserved. Congratulations.
Mustang defense also having a great outing, getting the safety and
Yeah, nice safety there. We saw, they started off a little rough, but the Mustangs ended up finding a way to get back
definitely found a
into
way
this
to
game defensively too.
definitely.
We saw Nick Stitt had a couple nice plays, along with Keel Washington.
Max Matulski.
Max
had a
as
lot of
well.
nice plays on D.
So we'll see what happens this second half. I believe the Red Riders start off with the ball.
I agree. I think
sure.
you're right. I think,
forget.
yeah, we received, so. And joining us on the mic is Tommy Marzina. How you doing, Tommy?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm doing great.
What's your perspectives on this game?
I kind of already said they did pretty good. Start off they did good starting off the second quarter. First quarter was kind of rough. We'll see if they can continue.
Yeah, I think all in all they had a good half. A couple little things that need to be worked on, but nothing that can't be fixed. And I'm sure that they talked about it in the locker room, and they'll be ready to come out this second half.
Yeah.
So the Red Riders are going to start off with this football here to start off the second half. I believe that's number 1, Sebastian Spencer.
And number 8, Elijah Gillette.
Back to return this kickoff.
And it looks like Tyler Kolinkowski is getting ready to kick this away for the Mustangs. And it's going to be a touchback. And that's going to put the ball at the 20 for the Red Riders.
I guess we're popular tonight.
I think so too.
Yes, there is a lot of people back here.
So Weir takes over on their 20-yard line.
Looks like Spencer in the backfield. Oh, popped out.
Is that a fumble?
It
And
looks like
is Plum going to recover?
Looks like Plum jumped on it. And it's going to be
Yes,
Plum's ball.
It is.
There we go. Coming right out.
Great way to start off the second half. The defense killing it tonight so far.
Absolutely.
Plum's defense has stopped mostly all of the Red Riders run game. So let's see if we can continue that throughout the rest of the.
But now they take over
second
on
half.
the 18-yard line.
Great field position.
Lined up 4 back.
Old Reed Martin special.
They're going for the
There it
Sox play
goes.
again. Up the middle. He's going to break
And-
through. Tripped up at the
oh.
5.
Plum's had a really, really good job really picking apart the Red Riders' defense on the run game here tonight. Reed Martin again having a great game. 3 touchdowns.
Playing like a monster.
Absolutely. Has, what is it, two punt returns?
Well, 1 officially, 1 called back.
Yeah.
Once again, back in that Sox formation. Snaps it to Reed. He's going to take a second.
He's got
Cut
some
up the middle,
blocks, and
but he's going to be taken down.
looks like a yard, maybe no gain.
It's going to give him a loss of a yard. Oh, no, gain. They just swapped the clocks.
And it's going to spot the ball on the 4. Sox position again.
Martin's going to cut up the side, jump over 1 man, but knocked over at the 3.
And they're running the same play.
3rd and 3 now. And Martin's going to get it up the sideline, and he's got some room this time. Dives, but
He's going to get stopped maybe right at the goal line. Maybe at the 1.
And Plum's got a man in the backfield squaring now. Holding his shoulder.
That looks like the center, Billy Depew, if I'm not mistaken.
Braden Kaler.
Oh, yep.
Yeah, it's Braden
Yep.
Kohler.
My apologies. That was number 56, Braden Kaler.
It's going to be an injury timeout now. 4th and 2 when they come back, so it'll be interesting to see if they just go for the field goal or try to punch it in.
Hope this is nothing serious for Braden. He's a real key component for the Mustangs on the line.
He took over for Nick Stitt at center as Nick wanted to focus more on defense and has been playing really good so far through it.
Braden Kohler is holding his right arm.
So heading back on the field now for the Mustangs.
Might have been his collarbone.
Yep. Jake's coming out, so it looks like they're going to go for it on 4th down here.
Hate to see that for Braden.
So they got Guzzi lined up in the backfield. Fullback number 42.
That is Rocco Knaus.
Miller's going to roll back.
He's going to roll out.
Got him
Wide
under his
open.
right.
in the end
Touchdown
zone.
Mustangs.
Max Matulski.
Great catch by Max. Great play by the Mustangs.
Max finally gets the ball back. It's been a while since they've dropped it off to him. That's going to bring the score up now to 29-20. PAT pending, of course, as be the catchphrase. It'll be Kolonkowski out to take that.
PAT is up, and
good.
It's
good.
So after a long 2-minute drive, it's going to be 30-20 Mustangs.
Great offensive possession for the Mustangs, but let's not forget what got them there. The good defense stopping the run, causing a fumble. Bringing up a nice touchdown by Max. Great throw by Jake. Couldn't have asked for a better play.
I can't wait to see what Jake's future has for him. He's a sophomore. He's going to have a great senior year probably.
Oh, I agree. This is his first time starting,
Mm-hmm.
and you can already see the positives in him, and he's only going to get better from here. So I'm excited to see how he improves as he goes through his high school career.
Great pump by Tyler Kolinkowski.
That's going to be fielded by Gillette at about the 5, and he's gonna be dropped around the 23-yard line. Looks like Spencer with the handoff to number 25, Logan Walters. Gain of about 2 on the play.
It looks like the Red Riders can't find anything running up the middle. Plum's really clogging up any holes the offensive line has to give.
That's Spencer rolling out. Finds the open man. That was number 21, Drew Curtis. And that's going to bring up a Red Riders first down.
Glad to see number 4, the running back, Jamari Bass, back in the game.
And he takes it up the middle, hops for about a yard or 2. Going to bring up second down for the Red Riders, my fault. That's Spencer hitting number 84, Zach Wypasek.
Brought down by number 9, Logan Brooks.
Even though they didn't really gain that much, that was still a really nice catch. He got 2 hands on the ball. He jumped as high as he could, and he made the grab.
It's going to bring up 3rd and 2 for the Red Riders. Ball at the 46. Looks like Spencer's going to keep it. And he's going to get the first down and a little bit more.
Good, and he's going to enter Mustang territory.
And looks like he got pushed out at about the 45, so 1st and 10 for the Red Riders.
Red Riders have 3 wide.
Looks like a new quarterback in. That's number 2, Anthony DeMattias. And he's going to get brought down for a loss on the play.
Yeah, it looked like he didn't have much to do there, and he kind of just took what seems like a sack there.
Tackle was made by number 78, Akil Washington.
Red Riders call a timeout.
With this timeout, at 6:26, score is Mustangs 30 and Red Riders 20. Bringing up 2nd and 15 for the Red Riders.
Jake, if you were Coach Morgan, what would you be talking about in this huddle?
I would just be talking about ways to kind of keep them from like getting a lot of quarterback gains, because that's been kind of killing them there. Like whenever the quarterback keeps, because whenever they've been handing off to the running back, they most likely have been stopping them. So I think if they can kind of keep controlling both parts of that option that they have, I think that Plum can do a much better job.
That's DeMatteis in shotgun. Takes a snap.
And they're going to lose the yardage.
Great defensive play by Max Matulski, bringing down number 4, Jamari Bass, for another loss.
Yeah, it looks like they kind of ran a draw play, which kind of draws all the defensive linemen to the quarterback and allows the running back to run, but they kind of had no room there.
That's going to bring up 3rd and 20. Pretty big hole for the Red Riders here. Mustangs been playing great defense. Really liking what I'm seeing so far. Ooh.
Big hit. And he's going to be stopped at right around the 49-yard line.
That's Nick Stitt on the tackle.
We continue to see Nick Stitt make a big impact on this defense, as that's his 2nd sack of the game tonight.
Yeah, a hit like that on the quarterback from behind is really hard for the quarterback to hold on to, because they kind of don't see that guy coming right there and laying a big hit on them.
Looks like Gillette is going to punt this off for the Riders.
Punt out of bounds at about the 27-yard line.
Mustangs take over, hopefully looking to punch this one in. Looks like Miller's handoff to
Nate Dumbaugh, number 5. That's his first carry of the game. First carry of the year, actually, I think.
Yeah, I think you're right. And
Nate's
he's
a senior.
He's going to get stopped behind the line for a loss of 2. Going to bring up 2nd and 12. Jake Miller under center. Oh, gonna fake the handoff. He's got some room and he's running.
Going to be stopped about the 32-yard line.
That was great decision making by Miller. He kind of rolled out and avoided a bunch of pressure and saw nothing there, so he just kept it and got as many yards as he could.
Smart play by Jake Miller. That's going to bring up 3rd and 4 for the Mustangs.
There is a Red Rider across the field that's being attended to right now by the trainers. I'm not sure who that is.
Billy Guzzi with the run. He's got some room. And it looks like he got the first. Yes, he did. I don't know if you guys can see this, but it looks like senior Braden Kaler has all his pads off on the sidelines for the Mustangs. He's getting iced.
Yeah, that's a devastating blow for the Mustangs.
Yeah, Braden is a key component to the
offensive line.
line.
You never want to see one of your captains hurt.
Yeah.
Especially with somebody with as much heart as Braden. Guzzi gets a couple blocks, and he's got some room.
Oh, he's got a chance. He broke one tackle,
and
bounces out of bounds at about the 21-yard line.
That was also a great job by the offensive line, giving him a massive hole for him to run through, and Guzzi with his wheels just took off.
He got stopped at about the 28-yard line.
Jake Miller's under center.
2 wide.
Fakes the handoff. Looking to the right side. Diving catch, but
incomplete.
Incomplete.
That pass was intended for number 7, Max Matolsky. That's going to bring up 2nd and 10 for the Mustangs.
Flag on the play.
Looks like there's
a false start on the Mustangs. And that's going to push him back. He's going to bring up 2nd and 15 now.
Is a 2nd and 15.
Jake Miller lets it go. Pass caught by Reed Martin, shakes a couple
nice
tackles.
Move by Reed.
Yeah, those are some nice cuts to make some guys miss, because that was almost no gain. He got at least a few yards, which is a lot better than nothing. So that was a great job from him to keep the play alive.
Reed's been having a great game.
Yeah, he's been having a good year.
Yeah.
General. Very good year.
Looks like Miller's in shotgun now. 3rd and 5 for the Mustangs. Oh, and
Miller's under pressure and brought down
for a loss.
Yeah, you got pressure right away. There's nothing you can do there. You definitely don't want to force anything that's not there. So taking a sack is really the only option there.
It looks like they're going to bring the field goal unit out to try this long kick as they're bringing out Reed after we saw him last week kick that 47-yarder.
That was a far kick, real far.
And if I'm not mistaken, this is the same
I think
same
yeah,
length,
same-
47-yard
same
field goal.
distance.
It is.
Let's see if he can.
Up, no, Mustangs call timeout.
I say let him kick it. See if he can get it again.
Yeah.
Yeah, I definitely think they're gonna kick it, but I do believe I would like to see a little fake here. You know, they got Reed as their kicker. He's got speed, very agile.
Oh, I could see that.
You know, maybe they could be thinking something tricky here. Who knows?
Yeah, and didn't he make that long pass during that trick play they play against Franklin Regional, if I'm not mistaken? So if they want to throw the ball, I'm sure that could be an option there too.
Yeah. So this is a 47-yard field goal for Reed Martin. Let's see if he can make it 2 weeks in a row. It's kind of familiar territory for Reed.
Let's see if he can put it in.
Good snap, good hold.
And
Oh,
it's
that
up.
could make
That's
it.
Close. That's close.
Is
Oh,
No
just
good.
off.
just short. Just short. That was
Reed Martin's practically playing mostly every position.
Yeah, I guarantee he could play every position on this field, no doubt about it.
Yeah.
He's a very skilled player. That was a nice try though by Reed.
He was close.
Yeah. So the Mustangs are gonna get the. The Red Riders are gonna get the ball at the 20-yard line. So the Red Riders, if you're them, you got to be thinking they need a touchdown here, as there's a minute left to go in the third quarter. Score: Mustangs 30, Red Riders 20. Hands it off. Gets about a gain of 2. Pass complete.
That was the number 84, Zach Wipasek. Good throw there by number 2, Anthony DeMattius, however you say it.
Hands it off. Stopped for about a gain of 1. The third quarter comes to an end, and this game is far from over for both teams, as the score: Mustangs 30, Red Riders 20.
Joining on the mic, we got Evan out here.
Great to be back after the 10 whole minutes I missed.
What's going on, Evan?
Not much. Third quarter, pretty good so far. Mustangs got that one score early. Reed almost booted his second 47-yard kick.
That would have been, if he did that twice, that'd be crazy.
Yep, just short though.
Off topic, but there's been a change in weather here in Plum, as we kind of went from an 80-degree day yesterday to it being 50 today.
Yep, temperature drops just in time for homecoming.
Yeah, so great. Thank you, Mother Nature.
Yep.
Yeah.
I'm not sure if you guys can hear, but we have our band doing their ever so famous. I'm not sure what you call that, but
Drumline routine.
Drum
Yep.
off.
Yep, our newly World Star famous.
yeah.
As well as House of Highlights.
Yep.
Rush up the middle by number 2 here. He's going to gain about 10 yards and get the first down on that play. Brought down by Canas.
Red Riders have 3 wide.
It's the Mattias letting it go for number 9, Brody McCumar.
And there's a flag on the play.
Flag on the play.
Brought down by Nick Saluka.
Here you go, Nick.
Looks like it could be coming back. Not sure if that was a hold or a... Yeah, I think they're gonna call it on the Mustangs. Or no, hold on the Red Riders. So that's gonna back them up 5 yards.
Yes.
Snap off, taking up the middle. Not much on that play though. As our Plum band pulls their famous upside down double up this time.
That was number 21, Drew Curtis on the carry. Gain of 2.
Yeah, maybe 2 yards on that. 2nd and 13 now. Their own 46-yard line. Mustangs just got to hold on to a 10-point lead here in the 4th quarter.
Oh, they got this.
If you're just joining us, the score is currently 30-20.
Kind of little fake there as he keeps it himself for about a gain of a yard.
Brought down by number 52, Jaden Nichols.
That's going to make it 3rd and long.
Gonna spot him at the Red Riders 49-yard line.
This Plum defense has really been turning it up this second half.
Back in that pistol formation once again. 3 wide on the wide side, 3 wide on the right side.
Ooh,
Quick pass up the middle to number 21, but he's not going to gain anything.
Almost deflected by Akil Washington.
Yep.
That looks like that was a little running back screen there as you see the lineman hold on for 2 seconds and then just let go.
That's going to make it 4th down.
Looks like Martin back to return this punt. Hopefully we can have a repeat of his previous touchdown.
Nice punt there.
Back to the 10 for Martin. He's going to have some patience, roll out right, cut inside.
Shakes a couple dudes.
Gets around the edge.
And there's a flag on the play again.
But he's going to be taken down at the 22-yard line.
Looks like they got the Mustangs for a hold.
Nonetheless, Plum takes over with 9 minutes left in the 4th game. Joined now by Zach Barat, taking over for Tommy.
Yes.
What's going on, Zach?
Nothing much. Pretty impressed for how the Plum Mustangs have played and how this lead, though, going from halftime into now the 4th quarter.
Mustangs in a backed into a little bit of a corner here. Ball at the 5-yard line, but
Yep, same jam they had Weir in for the entirety of the second quarter, it seemed like.
Yeah.
Quick handoff to Guzzy. He's not going to go far, though.
That could have been flagged there in the back. Did you see that? I couldn't tell the two numbers back there, but they got a little feisty at the end.
Looks like that was Rocco and number 9 for Weir.
he's gonna, and that's gonna be a loss of a yard. Bringing up 2nd and 11 on the 4 for the Mustangs. Looks like no gain on the play for Guzzy as he takes it up the middle.
So it's going to make it 3rd and 11 for the Mustangs. They're ranked 13th in their conference down in West Virginia. Not as big of a group as the Whippy is in total.
Yeah.
Still pretty impressive for them.
Mustangs and I. Flag down on the play. And it's going to be a false start on the Mustangs.
Yep. So it's going to move them back to practically the goal line now.
Wouldn't be surprised if I see Miller try to air one out here.
One thing I am impressed of is this entire game, Jake Miller has thrown the ball. Like, compare it from today to their first game of the season when they played Franklin Regional.
Yeah.
Like, when they played Franklin, 3 out of the 4 plays were runs.
Yeah.
And then he might have thrown it.
Yeah.
And now he's thrown most of this drive.
Yeah. So I guess you could say Jake.
And there's another flag right there.
Jake has come a long way from that first game against Franklin to now.
Yeah, it shows you how much experience he's gotten and the training he's gotten. And it's going to be impressive to see what he does next year. But the only thing is next year they're going to be losing big time on their defensive side.
Yeah.
Losing Nick Stitt. They're going to be losing Akeel Washington, Josh George, who's on the IR basically, but it's fine.
It's also going to be interesting to see how they do it next week because it seems in those bigger games they focus more on the run.
Yeah.
So it'll be nice to see if they keep it up with this or if they go back to that run-first strategy.
Yeah.
Plum seems to have a lot of success with those passes, whether short or long, so.
Punts out of the end zone. It's going to get back to the 32-yard line and bounce forward, down at the 33.
So the Red Riders are going to start off with some good field position already on the Mustangs' 33-yard line.
Yeah, but now there's 6 minutes, just under 7 minutes.
Yeah, good call, Zach. 7 minutes left.
And you have the Red Riders coming down the Mustangs in their territory, and if they score, they're only down by a field goal, and then the pressure is going to be on the Plum Mustang to see what they can do. And if they go 4 and out, just an if, it's going to be a good game, and it's going to come down to who's going to be the better team.
Weir's going for a pass here. Short, gets it to number
9.
Looks like number 9, Brody McCumar.
And can these guys throw a pass that doesn't end with some sort of impressive catch?
Yeah.
Yeah, right. I mean,
Listen, go, Nick.
There's been a lot of spectacular catches for both teams.
Yeah, like
But it seems like every completion for Weir is some sort of jump, slide, Randy Moss sort of deal.
Pass interference, immaculate reception somehow.
Yep, love those immaculate conceptions in the play.
Yeah.
3 wide again.
Fakes
Fakes the handoff to
handoff.
Casey.
Looks like that was
Takes it himself up the middle, but is not going to get far there, but close to the first down. I think they're going to give it to him.
That was a broken play there.
Nonetheless, first down for Weir.
That tackle was made by number 7, Max Matulski, and number 58, Rocco Caprera. Number 85, I'm sorry, Rocco Caprera.
And you're hearing his name called a lot more in the past 3 weeks or so. That's another junior on defense stepping up. Rolls out right. Big throw on the left side. And out of
Oh.
bounds.
That could have been almost intercepted there off the deflection there.
Great coverage by Martin, though, to bat that pass away.
Martin trips over the wide receiver after that play, and you see him arguing with the refs trying to get a penalty off of it.
That quarterback for the Red Riders put his all into that throw as he fell to the ground after that.
Plum's really been hitting this quarterback.
Yeah, they started off hitting that number 1. We haven't seen him back in the game yet, so.
Quick pass. Nope.
No.
Drops.
Drop.
Pass was intended for number 9 again, Brody McCumar.
Is that going to make it 4th down now?
Looks like 3rd and 10.
Okay, so
It's
that
gonna
was
be
2nd down.
3rd and 10 for the Red Riders.
This is a big down now to see if the Plum Mustangs can hold them. Right now, it looks like the Red Riders are just trying to get like 5 yards, kick the field goal, and move on, hopefully hold them, and then score another touchdown. But it's going to come down to see if the Plum Mustangs get a sack here or some type of turnover.
Yeah, Mustangs need something big.
Yep, there's plenty of time for Weir to tie it up and plenty of time for the Mustangs to get back ahead.
That was DeMattias way overthrew number 8, Elijah Gillette.
Interesting to see now. Are they going to go for the field goal? That's going to be.
It looks like Gillette didn't even try to even get to that ball.
Yeah, he kind of gave up on the play.
There was really no way. I mean, he was at the 15, and the ball was dropped at the goal line.
Yep, nonetheless, 4th and 10. They're going to go for the field goal here. It's going to be a 40-yarder.
Ooh.
And a flag on the play.
Too many men on the field.
4 again. It looks like it's against Weir.
Yeah.
As we see Plum Mustangs clapping.
Yep, they got 12 men total. The line's stacked with 7 right now.
Yeah, that's going to move him back 5 yards, I think. Am I right? Just 5?
Yeah,
Yep.
I think so.
So it's going to be a 45-yard attempt if they still decide to go for it.
That's a
Yeah,
Reed Martin.
that's a Reed Martin kick. I don't think they have a Reed Martin on their team.
And if they go for it, Reed, speaking of Reed, he's in the backfield.
Yeah.
Maybe getting ready to Auburn this kick.
Oh, yeah.
Be a cool return.
That'd be very cool.
It's number 14, Gage Ryder.
They call it timeout, so I think they're going to change up the strategy.
Yeah, I think they saw Reed back there and
Getting nervous.
yeah, got a little nervous.
Yeah, figured might as well just try something on 4th and 15. Don't give them the chance to run it back.
Yeah, I mean, 5 minutes left to go. Game on the line for the Red Riders, excuse me. You got to think they want to go for it here, try to get some points on the board.
That and the fact that they're barely making those extra point kicks, so I don't really think a 40-yard attempt is the best idea.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Now, do you think they're still going to kick the field goal or not?
I don't see their kicker.
Yeah, I
running
don't
out,
see the kid that they had out before, and the quarterback's coming back on, so it looks like they might go for it.
If they're going to go for it, personally, they're just going to try maybe a dump off pass / screen, hopefully get the first down. Or
Just send it to the end zone.
Yeah, just take a shot. Because if it gets intercepted or not, it's going to be a turnover either way. So it's worth the shot. Just get the score.
yeah, but they might try to throw it deep into their end zone. If they don't even get it, they're going to try to draw a flag and try to get that touchdown there.
And you got to think if Plum gets the ball back now with 5:30 left, they can easily run that clock out.
Yeah. So
using their running offense.
yeah, so this is a very important play here for the Red Riders as they try to convert this first down. If they get it, it's good for them. They still got to punch it in though, so we'll see if Mustangs can stop them.
This is when you get to sort of the chess game strategy of football.
Yeah. This play right here could decide the outcome of the game. As Evan or Zach, somebody said there's only 5 minutes left to go, so the Mustangs could just hold on to the ball and keep it themselves to
Yeah,
end
usually
this
just
game.
get some short runs.
Yeah.
Run the clock out.
So they got 3 men on the left here. Fakes the handoff and he's going to go. Roll right.
He's rolling.
And he's going to get sacked.
Got him.
Great tackle by Logan Brooks.
And that makes the turnover on down, so the Mustangs are going to take over on their 31-yard line.
That might have iced the game there for Plum. They're not being able to score.
Definitely a dagger.
So now we'll see with the Mustang offense coming onto the field, we'll see if they just decide to sit on this ball and run it. Run the clock out.
I don't think they're going to do that. They got all the first teamers out there. Because you think if they were just going to try to burn the clock out, you'd bring in like Brady Dujanovic or one of the second string running backs to give some time to. But they got Guzzi out there, they got Brooks, they got Max. Looks like they're going to try to extend this lead. However, they are going to hit it up to Guzzi to start. He's going to break through one hole, but I don't think he even got back to the line right there.
Yeah, looks like no gain, maybe a loss. Yep, loss of a yard. Going to bring up 2nd and 11 for the Mustangs. Ball on their own 31.
As the clock slowly goes down to under 5 now.
Once again lined up to run.
There should be a handoff right to Billy Guzzi. Yes, it is. He gets some
And
room.
he finds a hole. And
he's going to cut down the middle too.
The late flag at the line to the 30.
So another flag, believed to be, a hold on the Mustangs.
And that's going to push him back.
Yeah, it's going to move him back 5 yards. Like I said last week, we've seen this where the Mustangs get these chunk plays for a good amount of yardage, and then there's that laundry on the field after the play is done, brings them back. Miller under center.
Hands off to Guzzi, who
Might have lost a good yard there, too.
maybe loss of a yard. And a flag on the play.
Very late flag. I believe that's going to be called on the Red Raiders.
And
Red Riders. Sorry.
It looks like a Mustang is down. I believe that is 78 Akil Washington, if I'm not mistaken. Yes, it is.
Yeah, it looks like a kill. I don't know. It could be just a cramp. I didn't see him like fall down in like any
I didn't see anything
particular
too
way.
bad.
Yeah, it could just be a cramp. It's getting a little cold outside.
Yeah, everyone knows late game. You already know you always get those cramps at the end. Even though it's like a good game, you get those late cramps in your calf and hamstrings.
So they're going to actually call that foul on the Mustangs. Not sure. Touch on this injury. It's very kind of cold for football tonight.
So that's going to give the Mustangs some time to overlook some things with 4:12 left and a 3rd and 18 to go. Still trying to hold on to that 10-point lead.
With 4 minutes left, the score still Mustangs 30, Red Riders 20.
As I was saying, it's very cold out tonight, so you see these hits sting. These hits don't feel good as they're banging bodies down there. So
especially considering they haven't played in anywhere near this weather. The last game, it was a solid 70 degrees still at the end of the game. And really quick drop in the past 2 days for the weather.
Keel really not putting any pressure on his left leg.
Yeah, that's
Yeah, it looks like it might be an ankle sort of deal.
Yeah, that's not a good sign for Plum as
He's starting to get a bit more on it, though, at least as he walks further.
Yeah, but that's still not a good sign because you know you're going to need him for the Latrobe game because you know that's going to be an evenly decent matchup.
And that's probably one of the
going to
most
be a playoff game.
Yeah, that's one of the most important games Plum's played in years, trying to get into that playoff spot. I believe it's their first time fighting for a playoff spot since Matt Morgan's first year as head coach.
Seems to be putting progressively more and more pressure on it as he's walking, so that's a good sign.
Yeah, again, hopefully nothing too serious for Keel.
He already missed a few games with a concussion
Yeah.
before this.
Oh. Got him.
He got him.
So that's going to make it 3rd and 13 for Plum then. I take that back. That's going to make it 3rd and 17.
Yeah, I was going to say that's a little, because look where the first down
Yeah,
marker
forgot to mention the last penalty we had.
Oh, yeah, they got that. This time it's on the Mustangs.
Okay,
Yeah.
so right back where they were.
Right back to where they started.
That was a good waste of a minute, maybe, not
3rd
even on the
and
clock.
27.
It's all right. It looks like we have a new group, a new offensive line group out there, kind of as we have coming in at center, number 60, Billy Depew. Looks like we have at left tackle, 56. Oh, I'm not sure who that is actually. 58.
Billy Gussie takes it out wide for maybe a yard, and that's just going to slowly kill clock as we just go to 3:30 now. Is
4th and
that
22, those
fourth
are the.
down?
Yes.
And now it looks like Weir is going to be getting the ball back with probably just under 3 before they take this snap.
Two-score game. They got 3 minutes here. Clock's still running out, so by the time they get this punt off, it'll be just under 3 minutes.
Yeah.
It's certainly possible.
Yeah, you're going to need a big pump out Reed.
So the Mustangs defense cannot let up, knowing it's towards the end of the game here.
Yeah.
Martin's punt's high. It's not going to get too long. It's going to get out to the 30, maybe.
Good bounce, though.
Yeah, bounces back to the 36-yard line.
And they're going to, well, they got
Takes over with 2:50 left.
So they got 35 yards to travel. They need some, if Weir wants a chance, they got to get a scoring play probably in a minute.
They need at least a touchdown and a field goal just to tie it.
Yeah, this is gonna depend on how well this Plum defense has formed over the past season.
I'd say it's one of the most exciting games that we've had all year. Because most of these tend to be blowouts one way or another for the Mustangs.
Yeah. Finally, we get to see a close game here.
It's what we're expecting to see next week. But always expect the unexpected.
Yeah.
If we win next week, that's a
Quick pass, dodges one man, breaks off another tackle. He's got some room to run, and he's going to get up to the 20-yard line, stays on his feet to about the 16.
That was number 8, Elijah Gillette.
Making more plays he is throughout this game.
As I was saying, if Plum wins next week, they are looking at a playoff run.
Yeah, they're going to be looking forward to playing possibly North Hills or Penn Hills, which they'll be the underdog.
And
It's going to be interesting to see them play as the underdog as Penn Hills, North Hills. Going to be thinking, oh man, we're going to crush Plum.
Oh
And
boy.
to the goal line, they're going to mark him short.
Mark them at about the 2-3 yard line.
It'll be
So
interesting.
this game is not over yet.
Yeah, because there's still 2:17 left.
Yep, if the Mustangs end up getting in the playoffs, it'll be really interesting to see because it's been, I believe, 6 years since their last playoff game.
Yeah.
And selfishly, I just want to call a playoff game, so it'd be really cool to happen.
Yeah. When they take it in,
And they're going to put it in.
they didn't mark him, and they gave him the touchdown.
So PAT pending, it's going to be a 4-point game right now.
Yeah, well, we have seen him miss once, and if he misses again, then they got to score a touchdown.
And even the ones he makes aren't really giving you too much confidence.
Yeah.
So a really quick drive there. It took him about 40 seconds to get that score.
Depending on the timeouts, Weir could just punt it long.
Or maybe they pull another squib and get lucky. Kick almost blocked, but just barely makes it good. That makes the score 30-27. 2:07 left in this game.
Just barely made that field goal there.
Yeah. Well, Nick, what do you do? If you're in this position, you're only down by 3. Well, both Nicks. What do you do? Are you punting long? They have one timeout left, as I hear.
I don't.
All they need is the field goal, so if they can somehow get the ball back off of this kick, quickly drive, Because, I mean, we saw one of their kicks unironically go for 10 yards, so
Yeah.
they might be able to pull off an onside.
Yeah, I wouldn't doubt it if they pull an onside kick here. As like Evan said, we saw that earlier in the game for them.
Unintentionally, but
Yeah.
nonetheless.
I think it looks like the Mustangs are ready for an onside kick. So
yeah, there's Logan Brooks in the backfield around the 25-yard
yeah,
line.
just in case.
Yeah. But
It's like
Nick Flinka, what would you do if you're in Weir's position? Are you kicking an onside kick, or are you punting it deep, hopefully to stop him 3 and out?
For me, I just try to squib it. That way, there's the perfect balance of not risking too much while also having the chance of getting another lucky bounce and getting the ball back.
Yeah.
I'm not too sure. I mean, earlier in the game,
And it's going to be...
they had a short kick that got
kind of weird there.
Yeah.
I mean,
yeah.
Brooks is going to take it and drop at the 30. Tackled by his own teammate, it looked like.
The Mustangs are going to take over at the 30-yard line.
1 whole second taken off on that kick.
so 2 minutes, 6 seconds left to go as the Mustangs are up by 3. 1st and 10 here. Mustangs got to look to get first downs.
Yeah. One first
Reed's
down
going to
might
pull the
ice
sock play again.
One first down could ice the game.
Yeah, if I was the Mustangs, I would just try to run the clock out as much as I could.
So the Mustangs letting the clock run out. Still in the huddle. They've got another 15 seconds to waste on it with 1:35 left in the game. So barring any sort of fumble, this should be the last drive, just closing it out. Back in that Sox formation.
That's Ryan Hubner getting the ball this time. He breaks a couple tackles.
Just short of the first down there.
Good gain on the play.
It's good to see Ryan out there. As I have class with Ryan, and he constantly states how he just wants to play. As you saw, we saw him start at quarterback for the first game for the Mustangs out in Highlands. Mustangs came away with a victory on that game, and then after that, they kind of just turned to the sophomore Miller.
Looks like they're running the same play to Hubner.
Yep, if it ain't broke, don't fix it.
Oh,
Flag on the play there.
Looks like 2. And looks like it's going to be on the Mustangs.
That's not what you want to get in this situation at this time.
so this is now a 3rd and 6 for the Mustangs.
Now they got Reed Martin in Hubner's spot, and he's going to stay on his feet, but and it looks like he was down before he dropped that. And the clock's going to stop with 27.6 seconds left. Now, if you're the Mustangs, what do you do? Punt?
Yeah, I'm punting it. Try to get him pinned down within close to their own end zone down there.
Yeah, barring a miracle run,
Yeah. They probably got one play.
it's a really interesting way to end the game at least.
Yeah, this has got to be the closest high school football game I've commentated and filmed ever.
Yep, pretty
actually.
tense in here.
The
As the-
Mustangs pull off the win here, it would make it all the more special for their homecoming night.
So after that timeout, they're coming back out, getting ready to punt it off. .34 seconds from kick to the end of the game. It's all in Weir's hands.
There goes the jack of all trades. Reed Martin punting it
Guy
off.
kick to the 40, bounces forward. So it's down at the 47-yard line. 27 seconds for Weir to work with. This is going to be fun.
That was a good catch by Max Majoka to bring that down before it bounced even further.
So low temperatures, but high pressure here at Mustang Stadium.
Yeah, 27 seconds left. Mustangs ahead by 3.
They're going long.
Yeah, big defensive stand here.
Drops back. Quick pass.
Let's
Launch
it
out
go.
for number 8.
It's
It's picked up.
Oh, nearly picked off.
Fields, Hunter Fields almost had that in his hands there. Just couldn't come down with it.
Oh, yeah, he got it on there. Knocked out by number 8 at least.
Yeah.
So that's actually a good play by Weir, at least getting it off.
See, so close to sealing the deal. But
That
it
was-
looks like he was satisfied with himself nonetheless, and he should be. That was a great pass breakup.
That was Zach Fields, sorry.
Yep. The classic Mr. Broad error of calling the older brother's name.
Yeah.
3 on the far side. They're going to aim for number 8 again. And it's going to be...
Did he caught
He
that?
caught that. Wow. At the 20-yard line. 14 seconds left.
It's counting.
14 seconds left.
Once again, Elijah
Gillette with the
going-
catch.
another beautiful play there. 14 seconds to work with.
This is a nail biter.
And the clock stopped. Did they call a timeout on that play? No, they didn't. They spike it right there. 12 seconds.
12 seconds.
Wow.
Jeez.
12.
We've got a game on our hands, folks.
So
Absolutely. Let's see.
I believe the Red Riders have 2
Weir's all out of timeouts now, so
2 shots at the end zone here if they
unless they want to just tie it up,
hurry up.
take it to overtime.
Yeah, that's very true. They could do that as well.
Anybody know when the Mustangs' last overtime game was?
No, I don't even think they've ever been into one.
Or there's bound to be one at some point, but like definitely nowhere recently.
Not in recent Mustangs history, I'm not sure.
Timeout Mustangs.
That's their last one.
Both teams out of timeouts, if I'm not mistaken.
Yep. Well, yep. Mustangs just used their last one. If I'm Weir, I just try to get one more shot at the end zone. If that doesn't work, just tie the game up.
Yeah, if I'm Weir, I might actually try to run this ball for a short gain, get down fast, hurry up to the line, spike the ball. Try to get as close as you can to the field goal. Maybe get close field goal for your kicker. We'll see.
Can we have close games like this more often? This is just entertaining.
Yeah.
Pure entertainment.
I'm not shaking, you're shaking.
Kind of tired of the blowouts.
Couldn't agree more.
Even when they're on our side, it's still just like
exactly.
monotone.
So, here we go.
Let's see.
Three out right again for them. Once again, Elijah is going to be on the right side. Gillette's on the right side.
Looks.
Goes for him.
Intercepted!
Jason Jackson! Wow. Final nail in the coffin.
7 seconds, the Mustangs take over.
There you go, Jason. Great catch.
Legendary play right there. Legendary play of the season, I must
That's
say.
going to go down as one of those moments that you just don't forget. The crowd is on their feet.
Years from now, people are just going to call it the pick.
And that's basically going to end the game. So Mustangs just have to come in, kneel it once. They're going to start them on their goal line, so maybe not kneel it, but...
Yeah, don't do that.
Yeah, so
wow, what a way to end the homecoming game right there.
Yeah, that's good. That's great.
Wow.
No
other words for it.
Not only was it an interception, but it was a great catch as well.
And Jackson, I
Go
think
for that.
a couple weeks ago, we had a game-ending pick too.
Yeah.
Nowhere near the magnitude that we'll call that one.
He's been a sleeper for the
And
Mustangs.
last week he got a touchdown against PT.
Oh yeah, that too.
He's been a sleeper
Yeah,
for
he-
sure.
He got really
Attaboy.
wide. On the
So
Boy.
7 seconds left as the Mustangs take over. Just try to dive over the line. They do that. That's going to run the clock out. Final score, Mustangs 30, Red Riders 27.
What a way
What
to
a
end the
game.
That-
Wow.
An absolutely phenomenal competition there.
Heck of a game.
Yep.
Wow.
Yeah, Weir comes up from West Virginia, a complete mystery to the Mustangs pretty much. Ends up being an evenly matched game.
I gotta say, guys, I thought this was gonna be a blowout one way or another. Whoever
Same.
won, I did not expect this level of excitement and just pure football. But this is a great win for their homecoming game. This is probably one of their favorite games of the season, I'd have to say.
And a great way to start the celebrational weekend off for Plum.
No, yeah. Just a great game played by the Mustangs on all sides of the ball.
And it's really going to boost their momentum and confidence going into next week's playoff deciding game against Latrobe.
Oh, they're coming for Latrobe.
Yeah, big playoff implications next week.
Big playoff.
You got to give credit to Weir, too. They played really great all day.
Yeah, they
both teams.
came
Both
up
teams.
from about 2 hours away down in West Virginia and put up a big fight.
It was worth the 2-hour drive for them.
Oh, yeah.
Too close for comfort there at the end. That's all I can say. The pressure was on. The Mustangs, they didn't crack. They came through and won the game.
Well, guys, it's a little bit more exciting than everyone thought. I thought we would kind of have our way with this. And when we went up by 10, I thought, okay, we're going to make our way now to the mercy rule. But, boy, was I mistaken. And when Weir punched in, when the Red Riders punched in that touchdown to make it 30-27, I was like, boy, is this a game. But credit to Plum, the coaching staff, and the players. I do think that Matt Morgan kept the game plan pretty vanilla. Didn't open up the playbook too much, just so doesn't want Latrobe to see anything. So we got to make the post game here quick, ladies and gentlemen, because the homecoming festivities. At halftime, we will now have a performance from the Plum High Band. But one more time before we go, Nick, Garrett, do you guys have anything to talk about here? Anything to add before we take it over, send it over to the Plum High Band on Plum's 30-27 victory?
No, I mean, just touch on what you said. Very good game for both teams. I think the Mustangs came out here kind of expecting a given win, but, you know, the Red Riders showed that they can fight, stick with this team, and the Mustangs ended up pulling through with a good win.
Absolutely.
I agree. I feel like both teams played phenomenal. I feel like it was a great game, and that pick at the end really sealed the deal. That was a great play by Jason. And
well, yeah, with 12 seconds left, they got the ball in the red zone and passed to the end zone. But I mean, if you're a Red Rider fan, don't know how many there are in Plum, but they came to play tonight, and they should not be embarrassed about the way they played. Unfortunately, it came up on the short end, but great game by the Red Riders, and they have nothing to hang their heads on as they showed up well. And if Plum beats Latrobe next week, Plum's a playoff team, and they almost came up here after an hour and a half, 2-hour drive through rush hour traffic from a different state, and almost beat a WPIL playoff team. So good job by the Red Riders.
That's going to be one of my favorite games I've seen the Mustangs play in my career of filming and commentating for the Plum TV crew.
Well, Garrett, hopefully you get a good one next week. When I head out to New Jersey for my son around this time, we should be getting real close to arriving at the hotel, hoping to get an update from you telling my son Zach, and then him telling me that Plum won and is qualified for the playoffs. So, but hey, that's all we have here tonight, ladies and gentlemen. Once again, the final score is the Plum Mustangs 30, the Weir Red Riders 27. Now please stay tuned for the Plum High School Marching Band.
bicycle race. Hits album in 1981. So get ready to groove with Crazy Little Thing Called Love.